going to do a very special Speaker Brains. Just recently, just the other day, Zach brought to my attention that Kerrang, I guess that's how you pronounce it, did a article with Kerrang, whatever, but did an article with Marilyn Manson and had Marilyn Manson rank his albums, and
like he did like 5 albums.
Well, he did them. He did the main ones.
He didn't do the later 3 because he didn't really know where to put them.
Yeah, I mean,
really did.
Yeah.
Come on.
So, but we'll get into that.
These. You were there. You made them.
But they're not old enough for him to.
One of them is over 10 years old. Oh, well, okay. Is it?
No,
the last 3 is it Born Villain to the?
No, he was
just
split.
The last 2. Okay,
he was split on the last 2.
That's about the last 6 years.
The last 2 he was split up on.
Okay, it's been about 6 years since those 2 came out.
Yeah, but
okay.
How many do you have?
I have everything the man's ever released.
I'm not doing that in between stuff because that's pointless.
No,
like, I have everything up into Golden Age.
I did his 11 majors.
The 11 majors, and yes, we're counting "Smells Like Children."
I'm not.
It's not an album.
I have it on there. That's
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's not an official album. It's an EP.
Because there's only 10.
They're all different songs. It's actually all full length songs.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's an EP
it's an album.
that's very
it's an
substantial.
EP that lasts longer than a normal album.
It's one of those EPs that I consider an album, like Jars of Flies. You know, there's always that.
Between the Buried and Me.
Yeah, the Between the Buried and Me
parallax. If your EP lasts like 7 minutes. That's an EP, but if it goes over 30,
if your EP
that's
is
an
over
album
like 30
to me.
minutes,
I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean,
Between the Buried and Me go over 30 minutes.
So, but yeah, we're counting Smells Like Children. He didn't because, like we said, it's an EP, but it's filled with.
We didn't talk about this as including albums because I didn't ask.
I figured it was just going to be the main ones because we're not going to do like there's a.
Not the singles, you know.
Or the one that has Tainted Love on it, because that's just
it's just
the
a
greatest
single.
No, the one that has Tainted Love on it is
the greatest hits. Yeah, fuck that. You're not gonna talk about the greatest hits because like.
Or the ones he has where he did different remixes of every one or 2 songs.
But the thing is, it Smells Like Children is.
That feels like a full length. It feels like a normal album.
Yeah, it feels like a normal album. It's a bunch of remixes from Portrait of American Family, a couple covers, and a bunch of weird random shit. That's all that album is. But I'm counting it like we said. It feels like a normal album.
Baylor girl.
So anyway,
come here.
Back on track. He ranked his albums, and we said, "Fuck it, man. Let's talk about his ranking and kind of do our own ranking." And what I want to do is, we've already done a Marilyn Manson retrospective.
Yeah.
And then I've done a Marilyn Manson retrospective with my buddy Alex Edwards. I almost said Alex Jones. Alex Edwards from Horrorphilia.com. And you know, we've done multiple Marilyn Manson videos. Like, I can't stop sucking the man's dick. But, you know,
he can suck his own, right?
Yeah, rumor has it.
Rumor has it.
1998 says that he can't stop either. No. But, so, I want to try and make this different, and so we're not, like, saying the same things over. That we, we don't want to repeat ourselves.
We did that.
It was about 5 years ago, maybe.
But now we got a different audience that we did back then.
Yeah,
so it doesn't matter if we repeat ourselves, because who's paying
things are going to get repeated.
Who's paying attention?
The format's going to be different. We're going to talk about his ranking first, and I'm going to read his X scripts, and then we're going to go into our rankings, and then on the Speaker Brains Facebook group. Just type in Speaker Brains under groups, and if you want to join, hit us up. But I asked in there, I said, hey, any of our listeners want to chime in on Marilyn Manson? We're doing another Manson video. And a decent handful of people joined in and said some things. So we're gonna read your comments out, and we're just gonna have a lot of fucking fun. Just a discussion. We're gonna talk about how his evolution. We're gonna talk about how he works as a cover artist when he does cover songs. And we're going to talk about like our favorite opening tracks, like what songs on these albums best represent what that album is all about. So, let's fucking get into this. Now, on the, what annoys me the most on this is the fact that I hate countdowns that begin with number 1. I mean, to me,
I like to start bottom, work my way to number 1.
Exactly.
That way, number 1 can be shocking.
Exactly, because this man starts with number 1 and goes up, and I'm like, that doesn't work for me. So I'm going in reverse.
Okay, so where does he start?
Number 5.
He starts at number fucking 1.
Yeah, he starts at 1.
I'm saying like his last one. So where does he start?
So I'm going backwards. His least favorites, but they're unranked because they're too new, I guess. But what I agree, when I went through this, the thing that made me go, at first I was like, oh, this isn't going to be good. But then when he had mentioned that he's going to go by it emotionally as opposed to artistically, I get it. I understand it because he's attached to this music differently than we are.
Yeah.
This man was in a certain
listeners.
place. Yeah, this man was in a certain place in a certain time, mentally and emotionally, when he was making this
So
shit.
there's songs that he's like,
Yeah,
fuck that.
and
I don't even care about that.
exactly. And so his explanations on his ranking, especially the really high ones down there, I totally agree with him.
Yeah.
Because like they might not be my picks, but my picks are mostly based on the ones I listen to most, my favorites. Because I didn't write the shit. Yeah, nostalgia and shit. I wasn't there. I'm not. In
But
his
it's what
brain.
you listen to.
Yeah, it's the ones that
the earlier stuff was what you listened to.
Yeah, the ones that hit me the most. But so he has The Pale Emperor and Heaven Upside Down listed as unranked, and what he says here is it's too soon to compare these two records to anything else. If I look at Eat Me, Drink Me, High End of Low, and Born Villain, I was expressing myself emotionally, but I wasn't who I wanted to be. Working with Tyler Bates has been a rebirth, and these two might be my favorite records. These two are a comeback for what I feel I wasn't doing properly on those middle period records. I totally get that. Because you're gonna love you're always gonna, and I'm speaking as a musician too. I'm always gonna like the newer shit that I made better than the other shit. So I totally get that.
Remember back where you were that time
exactly.
you wrote that one song.
Exactly.
You can smell the air.
Yeah.
You can feel the texture of everything. Like you know what clothes you were wearing and all that.
So I like the fact that
we had more hair.
Yeah, definitely had more hair.
Probably did.
He did.
But I really get it. I get it.
No, actually he didn't. He didn't have more hair. I'm sorry.
It was shorter.
No. I'm sorry to throw you off. His hair moved.
Oh yeah, what?
It's not that he
It went in and out.
Yeah, it's not like he ran out of hair.
But
It
if
just
you
came
look at
way.
this, it's not a whole lot.
Well, you can do a whole lot if you try.
used to have some
Me
thick
and
ass
him
hair.
had long ass hair. We had a lot of long hair. We were like Metallica
I had
back in the
big
day.
ass Ricky Trailer Park Boy
And I always try to
sideburns.
keep mine short.
You were the skater punk boy who had the short haircuts, and
Yeah,
you and Travis
kept
were the
trying to
fucking
keep it
heavy
short.
metal headbangers.
I'm tired of it being like here and just do something with it.
You always had
Goddamn.
that cool hair gel that colored your hair.
That was cool.
That was some rad fucking
You know,
gel.
a long hair that Travis headbanged one day and got it caught in the fucking pipe above his head and fucking got. We're like, oop, he's gonna lose his hair one day. It's the pipe's fault.
Was that it?
I don't think so.
No,
I mean,
this is genetic. It's
yeah, it's a. I
You
don't
got
know what
lucky.
it
That's
is.
from weird.
It's from your
No
mom's
clue.
side.
But you didn't lose hair because it came here.
Like Dad is just now
Just-
starting to lose his hair.
Zach.
Yeah.
No, Dad's been losing his hair when he was in his 30s and 40s. You can notice
But I
hair
started
on Zach?
losing.
because he always pulled it back, and that put strain on
I started losing mine at 18. That's when
it put
started
strain
thinning out.
on your fucking
Listen,
hair.
your dad's hair won't affect y'all. It's from your mom's side. That's where
Yeah, when she said my dad wasn't bald, and I'm like, yeah, he was.
He has some thin ass hair.
your mom has thin
Back
hair
here,
too.
Yeah.
I thought my grandfather when
You might have dodged
he
the bullet.
He didn't even get to the 60s. How old was he?
He was 60 something.
No,
Yeah.
he was like 50
No,
something.
he was 60 something.
Either way,
There's no way.
Anyway, we
But he
need
was
to
bald.
get back to the list.
We're on the list. We're just
So-
having a normal conversation here.
So that would be technically 9 and 10. Now we go to number 8, and this one's hard for me, but I understand what he's saying. All right,
Oh,
number 8 for Marilyn
wow.
Manson. All right,
Wow.
number 8, least favorite album of Marilyn Manson's. To Marilyn Manson is Portrait of an American Family, and I get why he puts it on here this low, but it's one of my favorites.
Yeah. I was about to say, I was just fucking praising Cake and Sodomy as an
One of my
opening
favorites.
track when I came here.
But I don't want to get
Wow.
into our thoughts on these albums until we get into our ranking.
Yeah.
So
That's gotta be a break time.
So Marilyn Manson says, "This is where it all began. For the longest time, I didn't think this album was as good as it could have been. But now, when I listen to it, it sounds way better than I remember.
Yeah.
We recorded part of this at the Sharon Tate house at Celio Drive in Los Angeles, where the Manson family murders were committed in '69, and I won't confirm that I had sex there with an ex-girlfriend." So that's his number 8. And I mean, the story of the creation of this album with him and Trent Reznor, because Trent Reznor actually rented out the Sharon Tate house, and while they were there, Sharon Tate's sister came over there, was cussing him out, talking about like, all you're doing is exploiting the death of my sister. And to me, I'm like, what a bitch. This dude just rented out a fucking house with some fucked up shit going on for the vibe of the albums they were making at the time. So, his number 7 is Born Villain.
Wow.
Yeah, and
Okay.
but what he says about this one makes me wonder, why do you have this higher than Portrait of an American Family? Marilyn Manson.
That's what I'm just like the fact that he has it higher than Portrait makes me feel, what is wrong with you?
Yeah. So Marilyn Manson says this was a really painfully torturous record to make. A very troublesome collaboration. Manson remembers that's whatever. Jordy, Twiggy Ramirez, wasn't in a good place at the time, and although he played guitar on the record, I had to replay a lot of it.
Yeah.
I learned how to play
I
guitar
read that.
just to do that. So one of my biggest memories of this is the blisters I had on my fucking fingers.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it's like, oh.
I have to agree with him. There's only one moment on this album I ever remember, and we'll get into that when we eventually talk about our ranking. So his number 6 is the high end of low. Now I agree with this being higher than Born Villain.
What does he say?
Marilyn Manson says, "This was when I went insane. For real.
Oh.
I think I had a psychotic breakdown
I
making
read
this.
this part, yeah.
Those pictures of the crazy writing on my walls, that wasn't for a photo shoot.
I really get it, man.
That was how I lived at the time. I think it's a great record. It was the last great collaboration between Twiggy and I, but it came at a bad point in my life. 4 Rusted Horses and Devour are great songs, though. Now, I'll agree with Four Rusted Horses, but Devour is garbage.
Devour is the worst fucking Marilyn Manson song that I've heard. At least as an opener. Like, that is the worst.
It opens the album so bad.
My God.
Does not fucking...
That should be like a later track.
Shouldn't even be
just
on
like
there.
fucking...
It's too slow.
What was that one from goddamn Golden Age that I said?
The new shit, man. The new shit is so awesome.
The new shit is not an opener.
The new shit is an opener, man.
Don't open your shit with the new shit.
The new shit
is a goddamn rap rock
How do you feel
song.
about the new shit as an opener on Golden Age Grotesque?
You'll see.
We'll see. The new shit is awesome, man. It tells you, like, boom, this album is not like our other albums.
It's not.
This is our new shit.
It was literally...
Yeah, but did they continue with that?
Well, I mean, on that album they do.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't.
The next
The
album
next
is more
one
like,
really gives us
I'm
some
a
new
fucking
shit that's
vampire
like,
Hot
whoa.
Topic. What was it?
Fucking, if I was your vampire.
That is so fucking...
So anyway, his number 5 is Eat Me, Drink Me.
The
Which
worst.
I will also agree with it being higher than the high end of Low.
I mean, yeah, that, but not number 5.
To me, we'll get into it. We'll get into it. Manson admits that this was written and recorded during a dark time in my life, and it's my most personal record, lyrically. But in some ways, it's my least favorite record because of the emotional attachment that I have to it. I was going through my divorce from a model actress, burlesque icon Dita Von Teese at the time. So it's a hard record for me to visit, which I totally understand. There are albums that, when I was going through a fucked up time mentally, that I was listening to at that time, that I loved when I was going through that shit, but after I got better, it was hard for me to go back to that shit because all it did was bring me back. And some albums took me 10 or more years to get to where I could listen to them again and enjoy them and not have that fucked up attachment. So I totally get what he's saying here. So his number 4, Mechanical Animals. And I agree with what he says here. Like, from here on out,
I agree with it being high.
yeah. But he says, I wrote this record when I went to Hollywood, and it was my introduction to the world of fame. But I wrote about that fame before I was famous, so it was more like an omen or a portent of what was to come. I really like the way the record sounds, though I hated it at the time, and producer Michael Beinhorn was a bit of a prick. And we'll definitely get into, our thoughts on Mechanical Animals. Number 3 is Antichrist Superstar, Marilyn Manson's revolutionary breakthrough album, an elaborate rock opera. Manson says, people might think that this is the definitive Manson record. It was a tough time making it, though. New Orleans is a dark, sinister place. I remember Jonathan Davis from Korn came to stay with me to get sober. Bad idea. Objectively...
Because y'all didn't get sober, y'all got more fucked up. Because you're an enabler.
Objectively, I could see that it's an important album. His number 2. Number 2, y'all. Marilyn Manson's number 2 favorite album. The Golden Age of Grotesque. Manson's stylish, slick 5th album, partially inspired by burlesque, cabaret,
You
and
must have had a good time.
vaudeville shows in 1920s Berlin.
Like, you can tell he had a good time. He made a movie with the DVD.
Doppelhairs. Manson says, this album is a snapshot of my favorite transition in life. It was while I was married to Dita Von Teese, and it was a very creative time for me. It was a time when I felt that I didn't have to define myself simply by music. I had my first art show around this time, but I felt like I could truly be me. totally fucking agree with it, because this was a transitional period for Marilyn Manson at this point. This was like, where do we go from here?
Yeah. We finished the trilogy.
Yeah, finished his trilogy. So what's next?
But his trilogy kind of ended on a lame note because it's the beginning. So that's just telling you that fucking Mechanical Animals is the end.
A lot of people say, the rumor has it that, obviously it wasn't a planned trilogy.
No. It's like a Star Wars
You
thing.
had your rock opera for Antichrist Superstar. Then he does his David Bowie album.
Yeah.
He does Mechanical Animals, and people hated it. Like, fans hated it. So he says, well, this is like fucking a prequel to Antichrist Superstar, and it follows the story, so like he has to somehow make it fit. And so Hollywood goes back to the old sound. Like, that's my apology album. Hollywood goes back to the old sound. Sorry for trying to be experimental, guys.
Wow.
That's rumor, though. I mean, that's how a lot of people feel, but I love Mechanical Animals. So.
Yeah.
So, his number one is Hollywood in the Shadow of the Valley of Death.
No!
But,
Bad!
by what he says, I totally agree with him.
But you agree with him on everything he says about every album.
Yeah. I agree with his picks. They wouldn't be mine personally, like I said.
You're looking at it through
this man.
You understand because that's his own words. Because I wrote this album, this is where I put it.
Yeah, and so listen to what he says here. And says, this is the start. Manson says, I hate you for making me do this, but I'll rank these albums on an emotional scale.
Yes. And
this is the most important record in my heart. Maybe because it came straight after Columbine, the 1999 U.S. high school shooting, which sections of the media suggested Marilyn Manson's music had inspired. And so he says, it's not my most personal or confessional record, but maybe in some ways it is because I was talking about all of the things in my head. Now, that's because that album was, in many ways, a statement.
Is that the one with Nobodies?
Yeah, Nobodies.
What do you think I've been playing?
Yeah, that album is definitely a statement on the way the mainstream media had portrayed him, because at this point it was protests all over the place.
Yeah, it's funny.
For
There's
his
no one that
concerts.
goes after artists like that as something to blame for the youth going nuts or doing something stupid.
I mean, in a way, a lot of everything in the mainstream is so tame now, though.
What I'm saying, though, there's more
They still
tragedies.
do video games, though.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is there's more tragedies and violent things going on right now than there was back when Marilyn Manson was the one that you would blame. And who do you... They haven't even gone after music like, oh, that's to blame.
Yeah, I will say, yeah.
It was 20 years ago they went after Marilyn Manson.
I can't think of the last time
that was it.
A tragedy went straight after music.
Yeah. Before that, it was Ozzy.
Yeah. And
they're not doing that anymore. And it's like music.
But that's because mainstream music is so tame now.
Mainstream is, and it's just.
And Marilyn Manson was mainstream as fuck.
He was,
and he was one of the.
And it's a shame that he didn't appreciate Lady Gaga when she was that claim came out, or someone proclaimed her as the new Marilyn Manson, and he had to shit all over it. Like, you're not a new Marilyn Manson. Yeah, in a way, that is true.
To me, she was the next thing, getting people raising their eyebrows and saying shit.
Yeah, and that's what Marilyn Manson was until
just nobody.
Until some fucking white kid tried to shoot up his school, and they blamed him on listening to Marilyn Manson that influenced his fucking actions.
Well, to me, Marilyn Manson was one of the last.
Marilyn Manson and Doom.
Marilyn Manson was one of the last really good shock artists in the mainstream that challenged conservative views and mainstream American views, and we needed him at the time because this was the middle of the '90s, tail end of the '90s. We needed something because at that point. Music was being attacked since heavily though since music has been attacked since the beginning.
Yeah, you couldn't cuss back in the day.
Yeah,
you couldn't say one cuss word.
Heavily in the '80s when you had Tipper Gore and the parental advisory shit, you had artists work on trial for allegedly influencing suicide.
This kid to hang himself or some shit. Like, come on.
And people, and so all that shit was just correlating, and then we needed somebody like Marilyn Manson to come out and say all this crazy shit and get enough people on his side to make the next generation less sensitive toward that.
And if it wasn't for Marilyn
kind of
Manson, Slipknot wouldn't be.
But Marilyn Manson doing that ultimately is what sort of him doing that is ultimately what kind of stopped his momentum, because now nobody is afraid of the same shit they were 20 years ago, 25 years ago that he was talking about. Nobody's afraid of the shit he was talking about then. So now when Marilyn Manson comes out with an album, it's like, all right, new Marilyn Manson album. But churches, there's probably a handful of churches out there protesting, but it's not on the news. It's not on CNN. It's not on... I remember when X-Files had an episode that was showing the Hollywood booklet. Marilyn Manson hasn't had a big controversy probably since Hollywood as far as the imagery and the message. You know, that was at the tail end of all that shit. It was like, oh, these tarot cards. Oh, he's crucified with his jaw knocked off. After that, you know, yeah, people still talked about him, but it wasn't in a, this is harming our youth. You saw less and less of that as time went on. And that's because Marilyn Manson needed to come here and make people less sensitive. The mainstream media found other shit to blame and bitch about. Still, they're doing it for video games. They're still doing it for video games. You can be a goth kid and walk around and nobody gives a shit anymore. Yeah. You know, when we were into all that shit, you know, we were being...
You were in the minority.
Yeah, we were getting kicked off of, you know, out of stores just for dressing like that. You know, when we were young.
Do you remember that nowadays, time we walked into Abercrombie and Fitch, and as soon as we walked in the door,
that alarm went off.
The alarm went off. Like, what?
I mean, but you know, I had a whole bag of mall shit, so someone in there had to set that alarm off. But we were like, oh, we're walking into a prep store, fucking walking while goth, walking while goth. That was another thing. If we were dressed like that and we were walking down the road, which we did all the time. If a cop fucking passed us, they came around and fucking, what are y'all doing here? What are y'all doing here?
Always get harassed. It's like
we're just call the cops on us at fucking
McDonald's for buying all them fucking 20 cheeseburgers.
And
like,
pennies. And pennies and change and shit. Jesus Christ, I remember that.
But I mean, it was retarded. It was stupid.
Y'all filled up my old Shorty's book bag.
But the thing is you know, Marilyn Manson did what he needed to do.
Cheeseburgers from Burger King.
You know, where we're bringing up more people now are looking at the root cause of problems than they were back then.
Not really. They're not.
What I'm saying is, it's a lot less than y'all. They're still bitching about video games. They're still looking in the wrong places, but it's less and less. It's not every time something happens, music, video games, every once in a while.
One of the biggest things is that when Columbine happened, they had passed the assault weapons ban. So they couldn't blame the guns that time because their ban was enforced. They did it with fucking shotguns and other shit that they legally can have. So they had to pick the next boogeyman. They didn't want to blame the two teens.
Yeah.
They didn't want to blame the parents.
Well, not even that. They didn't want to blame the kids. The ones who perpetrated.
They tried dooming Marilyn Manson.
So they wanted to pick what was...
Rammstein, KMFDM. There was more than
And this shit's still happening now. That they're not blaming the person the shooting.
True.
They're blaming the gun. Oh, it's the gun's fault. If he didn't have the gun, he wouldn't have done it.
That is true.
Really?
No.
You're just trying.
It's that man's mental state of mind, dude.
No, well, that's the problem.
It's fucking
See,
stupid.
they can't blame music anymore because part of the problem is that it was really
Marilyn Manson was
society's gone
shit
like a lot of it's gone so far to the left in terms of way politically is that music's not shocking no more, so they don't care. So they can't blame the music.
It's so tame in the mainstream.
So they're trying to blame video games again.
Yeah, there's some fucked up, crazy shit in music today, but since it's not getting mainstream attention, only people in the know about it. You know, I mean,
well, not even that.
What blows me away is the fact that the most weird shit in the mainstream right now is Billie Eilish. People, oh, she's so weird. Oh, she's so weird.
Well, it's weird because every other artist,
she's tame as a motherfucker.
Like you have all these other artists who are practically butt naked, sexualizing kids and all this shit. It's okay. They're empowered. Oh, they're brave and stunning. What the fuck are you talking about? You're making music.
Yeah.
You're an entertainer. You're basically a fucking singing, dancing, monkey, clown person for our entertainment.
They're the face. Just like
Illuminati.
Who was that band? Goddammit, Milli Vanilli. They were just the face.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's just this manufactured bullshit.
At the time,
they can't blame music no more because it's their creation.
Fabricated.
They've let it get so far out of hand that they can't blame it no more.
To what is popular? Oh shit! There's this person that has their hair long and she wears black glasses, black hair, and she's got green right here at the top. That's weird. That's not normal. And
it's like, with people, these people who are mentally ill, getting their hands on weapons.
Every
the problem
decade, there's that one that stands out. Billie Eilish is this decade's Lady Gaga.
Pretty much.
I'm sorry.
Lady Gaga to me was better than
She was
Billie
better.
Eilish.
It's not a matter of being better. It's a matter of what they represent.
Billie Eilish is just tame as a motherfucker. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, she is tame.
How can y'all let this? She had a spider crawl on her face. Really?
Okay.
I mean, we watched Fear. You never seen Fear Factor back in the day?
Yeah.
But I was like, one of the biggest issues, like with music, it's everything goes. Nobody cares no more. But
her videos are so creepy. Now her videos are artistically fine.
Yeah, it's like, have you seen videos from
I'm not
80s
talking
and
about
90s?
music. I'm just talking about how, the reason it's not shocking anymore because we're desensitized to it.
Exactly.
But it's like, you have all these people who are mentally unwell. They don't want to blame people. They want to blame something.
Yeah,
they can't blame
They
music
always
now.
want to blame something that is not what the actual problem is. And I will recant my statement where I said Marilyn Manson has allowed them to go after the root problem. I'm probably just completely wrong on that. But
I mean, he
want
them to go after the root cause, but
they're not talking about music anymore because it's tame as fuck. It is so tame in the mainstream.
Well, it's not so much as tame compared to what we used to. It is extreme, but it's expected. It's not. We're not shocked by it
There
anymore.
was a school shot up today. We're gonna blame Billie Eilish.
We're gonna blame Billie Eilish.
They're gonna blame the gun.
We're gonna blame.
They're gonna blame. They'll probably go look at his
Spider-Man.
They'll blame a movie.
Oh, the kid
was
breathing air. It must be people who breathe air.
Die Hard 7.
It's movies.
They want to blame something, other person, but there are people who are mentally unwell.
They'll blame an album, a movie.
But you can't chastise somebody who's mentally unhealthy.
Movies and video games are the main ones right now that they go after, especially right before the Joker came out. And
oh my
before
God,
the Joker is so.
The Joker is so
tame.
incels.
It's going to inspire incels.
You're kind of wrong on that. They're mainly going after guns and white males. That's what they want to blame.
But that's the Joker is what they had to say.
Well, yeah, because they wanted to blame males and guns and white males and guns. What
we're getting so far away.
We're getting way far away, but we're going to the conversation of the controversy with Marilyn Manson and how the media does it.
It's just a fucking manufactured hate and being upset.
Yeah, here's my Joker assessment. Joker,
great movie.
It's a good movie, but it doesn't go as crazy as you want it to. You have the media flew it out there like
They wanted
this is gonna
something
be
bad
the most
to happen.
goriest,
Yeah, exactly.
fucking
Wanted
crazy
something
thing.
bad to happen.
Nah.
They
was
wanted
They were
something
sitting there
bad to
praying that
happen.
somebody
Joker-
would go crazy and do something, and
They
nothing
wanted
happened.
another fucking Dark Knight
Yeah,
Rises incident.
It's not. But
So
Joker
bad.
was a slow burn.
It was very
It
slow
was a
before it did
slow
anything.
burn, and you get to see finally him going crazy.
Yeah.
And then it goes to this
I
big
love that.
ending.
You want to
and
hear a joke?
It
Knock, knock.
yeah, it ends up like he really goes fucking nuts.
Yeah.
In the last 20, 30 minutes of the fucking movie, you got all that build up, and then
The crescendo.
boom, there's the Joker.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's all I wanted to see. So I was bored, kind of. So, but then again, I'm also
It
like...
was worth it for the wait, though, when you watch it. At
I've
first, I was
seen
saying, like,
gorier,
this is kind
I've
of boring.
seen more
slow.
disturbing things. This movie did not disturb me. I was bored.
It's not. It was just telling a story of a
Yeah,
person who actually
it was.
society threw away, who did not give
Yeah,
a fuck
it
about
did.
him. He needed help. Nobody wanted to help him. And
Yeah.
you know what? He said, fuck it. I'm done.
Yeah.
And
But it's probably not a real Joker story because when asked in other media, he says, I like my origin to be multiple choice.
well, because at the end of the
So
movie,
it could be in his
they
head.
do the where
just
Bruce
be
Wayne's
another
parents are
fucking
killed in
thing.
the alleyway, but it wasn't
Yeah.
him. It was somebody else. But all I gotta say is that this Joker is a idea. It wasn't an individual person. Nobody really know who the Joker was as far as the story goes.
Yeah.
So it easily
And
could
on
be.
that note, we're going to take a wee.
Yeah, we're going to take a break real quick, and we're going to get into our
lists.
rankings. We're gonna rank the albums.
This video is sponsored by this
Terrapin
fucking cell
IPA.
phone video game.
Executioner. No, we're gonna take a break, a quick break right now. Then we're gonna come back with our ranking. We're gonna talk about our favorite openers. What are the worst openers? We're gonna talk about Marilyn Manson's cover songs, and we're gonna shout out some listeners. So we'll see you guys in a minute. Okay, y'all, we're back, and we're gonna get into our ranking now.
So how many does Zach have?
But
What's your number? How many numbers you got?
The Manson?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess all is, but I'm excluding.
Oh, you don't physically actually have a list. You got it in your head.
I got it in my head.
Okay, well, that's fine.
yeah, I got
But
mine.
I just want to
What
make
I'm
sure
saying
because
is
like
I'm-
if we have
I
11
don't
and you only
count.
have like 8,
I'm
you can, like,
not
come in what you eat.
counting Smells Like Children. I'm not counting that.
Okay.
Okay, well he'll skip number 11.
Because I don't feel like that to me.
So I guess we're starting at number
Sorry,
11.
y'all.
Makes
You
sense.
guys can do that.
So what's gonna happen now
I got 10.
is right before we get into the list, I'm going to go ahead and read out the listener comments. I had posted, we're on the Speaker Brains group on Facebook. I said, we're doing another Marilyn Manson podcast this weekend. Give us some thoughts on him, and we'll feature it in the podcast. Audience participation. So,
Yeah, love them.
a buddy, Abraham Ram. Now, if I mispronounce some names, just know that my reading skills didn't leave kindergarten, so
He's Asian, people. Give the man some slack. He's
We
speaking
got
no good
slanted
English.
eyes. It's hard to read.
He don't speak English.
It's hard to drive. It's hard to do. But
Is
we
that
know
racist?
math.
Maybe, but
We're good at math,
we're like
bro.
family. We can make
I
fun
am
of.
awful at math.
Exactly.
See, these are not your stereotypical. Well,
My math skills didn't leave second grade.
you damn sure your DNA didn't help you out.
Nope.
So anyway,
Because she left Asia.
Abraham Ram says, wasn't a fan for the longest time, but in the last 5 years or so, I've really found an appreciation for his music.
Well, thanks on us. I'm a fan of y'all's. Fuck y'all.
My favorites would have to be Mechanical Animals and Heaven Upside Down. Like, wow.
Okay,
Now, the
that's
thing about Heaven Upside Down is I gave that a lot of shit when it came out. Still gonna give it a lot of shit.
True. When I was listening to all that stuff, dude, because that's what I did Friday on my day off, I listened to everything. I was like, man, Heaven Upside Down, Born Villain, they're not actually bad albums. They really aren't. Mm-hmm. Just for Marilyn Manson albums, they're bad.
Yeah. See, I got you there. I feel you there. And so, a lot of people, I'm part of a Marilyn Manson group on Facebook as well, and whenever somebody says, what's your favorite Manson? There are so many people that praise Heaven Upside Down. So I'm glad that
Wow,
even though
are you serious?
Yeah, I'm glad that even though it's not an album that does me in. I'm
But
glad that
someone
it's,
likes it.
Yeah, I'm glad that
Someone
other people
likes it. That makes you feel good. That
Yeah.
someone likes an album.
You know, and it's
don't.
mostly younger
You
people
know.
or people who are just now getting into.
There's something for everybody.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So that's
Usually the first or second thing that you're introduced to is always
What you
gonna
gonna like.
be your favorite.
Yeah, that's just how it is.
It's always gonna be your favorite.
So that's what Abraham Ram says. Then our good buddy John Short from
He
the
knows
Rustic.
because I let him out. I'm sorry.
He'll be alright. The food's all put up.
The food be
Our
done.
good buddy
It
John
do.
Short from the Rustic Reviewer YouTube channel. He says, laughing my ass off, the first three are the best, but I also guess there was some bitterness between Coyle and Marilyn Manson about the fact that David Lynch put Marilyn Manson in his movies while Trent Reznor was pushing for Coyle to be in some of them. Coyle's another band.
Yeah.
There was some big bullshit.
Okay, Coil the band.
Yeah, big fucking rift. And Coyle's a fucking badass industrial group.
Yeah. Trent Reznor's a producer, so he was trying to put his artists in movies, but Marilyn
Trent
Manson got
Reznor-
everything.
And like, I want to say it has something
Like
to
if
do
it
with
wasn't
the.
for 9 Inch Nails, Marilyn Manson wouldn't really do.
Yeah.
You know.
I want to say it has something to do with the Lost Highway soundtrack because Reznor was in charge of that. Reznor got in David Bowie. He got in fucking Smashing Pumpkins.
I mean, some of Manson's most famous songs come from movies. I mean, not another teen movie. You got fucking Marilyn Manson's fucking cover of what you call
Tainted Love.
Tainted Love. And that people love that shit. That's what a lot of people listen to him. All his little singles that made him popular came from movies that he probably shouldn't have got, but you never know.
Did he have a song on The Matrix or The Blade?
Yes.
Yeah, Rock is Dead
Rock
was
is
on
Dead.
Matrix.
Mechanical Animals.
Okay.
I don't think Manson's on Blade.
Yeah, I don't think he is. I have Blade or Blade 2. I know.
You had Blade too. That's rad because that's
Okay.
like hip hop artists and electronica artists
Yeah.
collaborating together. It's not as good as the Spawn or the
Spawn
Judgment
album.
Night soundtrack where they
Yeah.
kind of do that, but
We need to do a
that's
soundtrack
cool.
video.
We do got to do a
Of course, you know
soundtrack
Resident
video.
Evil soundtracks will be in there because they got some of the best songs.
That's some rad shit. So that's what John Short says. John Short's a good buddy of ours. And another good buddy, Nikki Virus, who was on the KMFDM Part 1 podcast with me. We're going to eventually get to the KMFDM Part 2. Hold on to your butts,
Electric
Nikki
Boogaloo.
Virus. 'Cause I think we stopped at Adios at the breakup point for KMFDM. And this was
damn.
back in August, and
You got a long way to go.
but it's just you know she lives in California, so
It's
she's
almost
like
August now.
she's like 3 hours behind us. So I had to start at like 9-10 o'clock while it was like 6-7 o'clock over there.
Oh shit.
And man, it was wild. But yeah, we'll set that up, Nikki Virus. Definitely soon, because I mean we got to talk about fucking Paradise. Oh my god.
Setting it up.
Then another good buddy, Cubby Stevenson, or is this Stephenson? I don't know, but Cubby says, I love Maisie. First band I got into. And I guess Maisie is,
He's shorthanding from Marilyn Manson.
right, is M-A-Z-Z-Y.
Mancy.
Wow, Kenzu, get off the
Kenzu.
damn devil shelf, motherfucker.
I
Ain't no
got him.
food up there.
Get it.
So yeah, Cubby's a good
Down,
buddy.
Do you think
Watches
he's
the
gonna get
shows.
higher? There's no way.
Yeah, he would have.
There's no way he can get higher than that.
Yeah, he would because he.
I mean, yeah, that shelf, but no, there's no way he could do that.
Yeah, he
It'd
can't.
be funny if he did it,
And another
I
good
would love to
buddy,
watch but he ain't doing it.
another good buddy, Ken Lovett, says Mechanical Animals is his dopest album, but Hollywood has some of his best written songs. I would love
Was
to
he saying
hear.
it's got the dope show on Mechanical Animals?
It is very
God
dope.
damn it, animals.
Mechanical Animals is pretty dope.
Mechanical Animals.
But he also says,
Animals.
I would love to hear an acoustic album from him, wouldn't you?
You know,
Yeah, that would be rad.
Yeah, actually,
Well, he has them.
I read that and I was like, you know what? An unplugged Marilyn Manson
That would be rad.
would be pretty
Because
fucking cool.
the special edition version of Pale Emperor has 3 tracks acoustic version, and they sound pretty good. Yeah, so totally feel it, because Mechanical Animals is definitely his dopest. Like, dope as a motherfucker. And
Dope show.
Holy Wood, yeah, has some of his best lyrics. Like, Holy Wood was definitely the fucking peak. Definitely the fucking peak. As far as, to me, Marilyn Manson's lyrical stuff. And the final comment I'm going to read out here is buddy Rob Orr. He says, he does some of the most thought out and well orchestrated cover songs as a rule. And I agree with that mostly. Because here recently his cover songs have been kind of lame.
Yeah, it ain't no fucking Personal Jesus, Tainted Love, or Sweet Dreams.
Well, his Personal Jesus is pretty lame to me.
Yeah.
I like it better than the original.
Yeah, I like the Johnny. Yeah, I like the Johnny Cash version better.
Oh yeah, I guess
But yeah, Marilyn Manson's I like about as much as
The
really
only
though.
Manson
To me,
cover that I like
is-
is Sweet Dreams. I'm
that's
sorry.
his iconic
I'm
cover
gonna
song.
say it now.
Every guitarist
I'm the worst Manson fan
learns
because
to play
I don't
that song.
care.
but
Yeah,
I mean,
that's the only Manson cover I care about.
man. We'll get into covers in a minute. So now that we've read all that out, we've shouted you guys out. The way we're gonna do our ranking is, instead of going like, let's say 10, 10, 10, 9, 9, 9, we're just gonna get boom. You do your list and we'll talk. You do your list
Sure,
and we'll talk.
I'm fine with the 10, 10, 10 one. Just go down.
Y'all want to do that?
Yeah,
do it like
just
that?
Do
Do a
whatever,
countdown.
man.
Yeah, we'll
All
do
right.
a countdown.
So we'll start with Josh. Where are you
All right,
at?
number 11.
Number 11.
That's easy. Eat me, drink me.
Whoa, it's your worst one,
I
huh?
hate that. It's
All right,
fucking
why do you hate that one so much?
I
not-
would agree with that, but
It's not a
that's
Manson
not where I
album.
put it.
I don't like it. I just don't like it. It's too damn soft and whiny.
It is very whiny.
It's extremely whiny. He was fucking married to a hot burlesque woman. He left her for a practically underage girl.
Yeah, what is it? Evan Rachel Wood? Rachel Evan Wood? What is her name?
Evan Rachel Wood.
Evan Rachel Wood? Yeah, they had a very quick little relationship there for a minute.
I thought he was with the Kat Von D.
No, he was with Dita Von Teese.
Dita Von Teese was
Okay.
his.
This man
he
said
left.
Kat Von D.
I don't know the
He
fucking
left
name
her
of
for
these
that
bitches.
fucking pop. That
Well,
poppy.
who knows
See,
what
here's the
happened?
thing. I don't know. I just know there's this. She's a chick that gets tattooed. Whatever. Manson was with her. She was a model or some shit. I don't
burlesque
She's
fucking
a
know.
burlesque dancer.
Yeah, I don't know anything about this stuff.
Yeah, when you think Golden Age grotesque, that's what you would think of somebody like her.
Okay, cool.
Very cabaret kind
That
of
cabaret
shit.
stuff. All right, Travis, you're number 11.
My number 11. I got to pull up my list here. Let me see.
Zach's is easy. It's probably the same one as mine. Eat me, drink me.
Okay, my number 11 is Born Villain. And that's because it is the least memorable album of his. I'll play this album and I'll dig moments. I'll like moments, but then I get so bored. I'm like, you're not really doing much that's keeping my attention. But there's a moment on the song, Pistol Whipped, and I've mentioned this before, where that fret noise.
The fingers.
I don't know if you guys hear that. He uses that as a musical note. So
fret slide.
yeah.
Well,
but,
yeah, the finger running on the ridges of the string.
yeah, and what he's doing is it'll be like this.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah. Because normally, you'll just hear the fret noise when
It
somebody's
just slides when
just
they slide a different note.
just
yeah.
moving around. But what he's doing is he's using it as a musical note. For instance, he'll be like. This is awfully out of tune.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
That is way out of tune.
It's way out of tune, yeah.
All right, so we're gonna.
Yeah, it seems more like somebody
Yeah.
And
who's
he's
trying to find the
consciously-
fucking note he's trying to
No,
play
he's
next.
not trying to find the note. He's
No, it
playing
sounds like
next.
he
He's
is.
just using
No,
those.
because
This is
he's
horrible.
he's doing that same motion every time he does the riff, and he goes shoot, shoot.
Well, meth is a hell of a
And-
drug.
But to me, that is the most interesting thing on that album because I've never heard that before, where somebody used the fret noise as a sound filler, as a space to fill in the empty space between notes. You hear it all the time on songs,
but you never pay attention to it
because of where
your face.
Just because of where the fingers are going.
And it's only for a brief moment it goes next.
It's where the fingers went. But
he
ghosted the note.
Shoom, shoom, like he's throwing it in there on purpose, which is kind of cool to me. Only thing on that album I remember. And speaking of covers, the You're So Vain cover on there.
That's on the album?
Yeah,
sorry.
You're so vain. I bet you think this song is about you. It's not very good.
Yeah.
Doesn't do it for me. But I can never remember nothing else on that album at all.
Because it just doesn't do.
Yeah.
To me, that's one of my worst. I would say High and Low, like you.
Alright, so what is your... we're going to your number now.
High and Low is my worst.
Your worst, High and Low.
Because that opening track does not set the mood for the album. Because why? Why is there that moment where like maybe 2-3 songs later is Armageddon motherfucking Geddon?
That song is so good.
That's the same goddamn typical Marilyn Manson beat. That's the same typical shit. Yeah. Yeah, that's the Marilyn Manson
anthem rock music.
Yeah, it's the poppy Marilyn Manson shit. But the beginning of the album doesn't get better than that one song, and that's a single song, and it's something you've done before. That is a terrible version of Rock is Dead. It's a tired version of Rock is Dead. And Rock is Dead is like what you said, it's
just a beautiful people thing.
It's the beautiful people,
and
it's the
Mechanical Rock is Dead is more of the industrial style. When you got to hear it, it's more of the emo style. Because that shit came out during the emo
Mob
phase.
Scene and Disposable Teens. It's the same shit.
Well, Mob Scene still worked because it was still kind of fresh. But yeah, what you say, it's played out. That shit came out when the emo scene was starting to hit.
Be obscene.
That's one reason we didn't like it.
We didn't. I didn't like Golden Age when it came out. All right,
wow, I got a day one Travis right now. All right.
What is it called?
What?
High End is my number last.
Really, it's the low end of low.
The low end of the dude. Hey, dude.
All right, so we're going to Josh's number
Born
10.
Villain.
Born Villain.
Now, let me preface. The list is not so much based on what I think they're bad. It's just what I like more. Going down.
Because it's one, they're the ones I listen to the least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not what I want when I want to hear some Manson.
Born Villain, listen to it. It was almost like his kind of more of his hard rocky version of music. Because a lot of the songs, it started off kind of hard. I was like, this is not bad. It is kind of hard.
Villain tried.
It didn't feel like Manson to me though. When I think Manson, I think his first albums. Golden Age Grotesque to me was different than his other stuff, but different in a way that fit his style.
Yeah.
This one just felt like your generic rock with Manson doing it. Now lyrically wise, it was still kind of dark. It was still Manson. But it just sounded like your generic rock.
Yeah, it was Marilyn Manson
was
by
very
numbers,
unforgettable.
But very shitty numbers.
Yeah, it's so unforgettable.
I mean,
it
like
had more
Marilyn Manson by numbers, but
it was formulaic. It's all get out.
Yeah, predictable, except for the riff thing. But I totally get what you mean. He's kind of saying the same shit we've heard before. What year did that come out? 2011, maybe? 12? Oh.
Yeah, it was.
It was like at this point.
It's during that
Born
phase.
Villain was 12.
12.
Yeah, it was during that phase of his. He was just kind of.
It just meanders. Like, there are cool moments. There are cool gothy moments. There are cool, slightly industrial moments. But you're right. It is
most of the band's gone by
rock.
It's like most of, if not all the bands are gone. You don't have Ginger Fish. I mean, they're all gone.
They're all
John
gone.
5, Ginger Fish.
Twiggy's there, but he played guitar, and Marilyn Manson just admitted to the world that Marilyn Manson redid all the guitar parts. So what is Twiggy even there for? And that's the last.
You know, it kind of makes you. I wonder what Twiggy sounded like then, because Marilyn Manson sounded like crap, but he had an excuse. Because if he doesn't know how to play guitar.
Yeah.
He knows how to beat somebody over the head with one. That's why half the fucking band did not like him, because he was abusive as all get out. But, you know, Twiggy's always been a good musician, so what the hell?
Yeah.
He was just really fucking high all the time.
Twiggy just wasn't there.
Alright, so my number 10 is High End of Low. And the reason High End of Low ranks higher than Born Villain is the fact that there's more that I remember than Born Villain. Now, the number 1 is Born Villain brings out a lot of rage, whereas, or High End of Low, I mean. High End of Low brings out a lot more emotion. I'd rather be pissed off at an album than feel nothing. And I feel nothing from Born Villain at all.
Oh my goddamn
Masturbating when you're sad.
Nothing.
It's the only good song on there.
They're on,
and
on
it's just
High
bullshit
End of Low.
Manson.
On the High End of Low, alright, I love Armored Goddamn Motherfucking Geddon. I fucking love Four Rusted Horses. I fucking love We're From America. Best fucking song on that album.
In fact, Eat Me, Drink Me still higher than everything else on his list. This is scary.
I'll explain that too. Now, the reason I don't like this album all that much is because there was a lot of hype. It was the return of Twiggy.
Yeah, see, that's what I mean. It's sad because I love Twiggy and Murder Dolls. Like, oh yeah, we missed his sound. And they're like, oh, he's gonna be back with Manson because like all the band is fucking. They're all quit. They fucking left and did better things. Like, and we're like, okay, now we're gonna get some original Manson sound. So it's kind of like we thought with Korn. Oh, we're gonna get the original Korn sound, and it just. It fucking
and the main thing is the album is so uneven and so unbalanced. There are those handful of songs that I love, and then there's some really grating fucking soft songs.
Most of the soft music usually almost always suck anyways.
I mean, but that's also the thing is like he's got some soft shit on Holy Wood and Antichrist that are amazing.
But they still had, because they had that sound. It was the sound and the lyrics themselves, yeah. But the soft stuff where it's just complainy without the sound the Manson had back in the early days, it's just whiny bullshit. It just sounds like shit.
And like Zach says, yeah, Armored Goddamn Motherfucking Geddon
is the most Manson song on the album.
Well, We're From America too.
Yeah,
the thing is those are basically Manson by fucking numbers.
Yep.
But it's the Manson by numbers that I like. Like I said, the other one was Manson by numbers, but shitty numbers. Those couple of tracks are Manson by numbers.
That's how I feel about Golden Age.
Of numbers I like. Of not so shitty numbers.
Yeah.
But that's only a couple songs. And the rest of the album is just, where are we going? Like Pretty as a Swastika. I mean, it's like, what do you even mean here? Are you only doing this to offend people? This is so forced.
I mean, he's Family Guy in it.
It is so forced. I mean, what's number one?
That's the reason, like, I stopped watching Family Guy.
What's pretty about a swastika?
It's just trying so hard.
I mean, what's pretty about a swastika? I mean, it's basically him just saying, "Who can I offend? What can I say?"
He's trying to be a shock jockey.
Yeah, exactly. What can I say that will offend somebody?
Yeah, it's Family Guy.
It doesn't offend me. It doesn't offend me.
He lost that after Golden Age Grotesque.
It's just, what are you trying to say here?
I'm trying to say
other
something
than I'm going to say
people.
something to make somebody mad.
Shock rock.
That's what he was known for. On the mainstream, he was known as being a shock rocker.
What is it? Kill Me Like? Is Kill Me Like they do in the movies or whatever? Like, there's a lot of stuff on that album that's like, where are we going, man? Where are we going?
What's the point?
Yeah, what's the point of it? Where are we going, dude?
Why is there this many songs?
What? I mean,
It's like, we were ACT.
that album did not
Can you just
need.
end?
Why do you have an album with so many songs like High and Low, and it be so just disjointed and boring? But then you have an album with like 19 tracks, the Holy Wood album, and man, everything's got something to say. I mean,
Yeah.
damn.
Well, yeah, because you
But
gotta
there's
think,
like 12
now
songs
he's just
and you're
throwing
like
shit at the wall,
bored.
hoping it
Yeah,
sticks.
he's just throwing
Motherfucker.
everything.
He's throwing that shit at the wall, hoping it sticks. See,
all his
back in the day,
makeup, all his thongs.
we liked that shit
Throwing-
back in the day because, you know, us being younger, we're like, yeah, listen to what we listen to. This shit's offensive. Fuck you. Now we're adults and we're like,
It just
okay,
sounded
who cares?
better. It was more, it worked.
It was more well thought out back
Yeah,
then.
It's okay, boomer. He's like, okay, Grandpa, yeah, all right, you did this before.
Yeah.
You're trying to do it again. He's trying to reclaim some of that fucking
Because the Who
nostalgia.
put out a good album last year, God damn it.
What the hell's that got to do with anything?
Because Manson can't.
What does that got to do with the price of tea in England?
Well, the thing is the Who's put out a good chunk of garbage before
Yeah.
that.
But
You
I'm
know.
saying the Who put out garbage.
Maybe we
But
gotta
they
wait for
finally
Marilyn
came
Manson
back
to be
70
like in
years
his
later.
80s.
Well, yes, because look at Korn. They put out a bunch of garbage for a while, and they finally put out news.
And Marilyn Manson eventually did too.
He did.
So,
He
like,
did.
I mean,
But I've
It
heard
happens.
nothing
Of
but
course, we haven't
garbage
had a
from
peaks
Manson
and
Korn.
valleys.
You haven't had an early
God damn,
Manson
I've
album
heard nothing
for a
but
while.
garbage from fucking Korn.
All right, Zach,
Don't get me
you're
started.
You're number 10,
what's
Zach.
your
My number
number?
10 on Manson. Where are we at?
Actually, it'll be
10.
your number 9 because you don't
Yeah,
have 11.
exactly. My number 9.
Okay, well, yeah. Just wait your next one. Can't remember what albums he has?
What did we already do? Is my question.
Oh my God, what was High and the Low your
Eat
your
Me, Drink
first
Me
pick?
was his last
High
one.
End and
No,
Low was
Eat
my
Me-
Eat
first.
Me, Drink Me was your first one. Your,
Eat Me, Drink
the
Me,
worst
then High
one.
and
No,
Low.
I thought High and Low was. You should
High
have
and
wrote
Low
them
He has
down.
the same
my
one as
number
mine.
one.
It was Eat Me, Drink Me.
Alright, it doesn't matter. But High and Low, I'm sorry if I crushed your CDs back there.
Scoot
leaning back.
forward, I guess,
Yep.
so you don't fall into them.
So, sorry, but High and Low and...
Dude, High and Low is your first pick.
Okay, that sucks.
Yes.
Okay, then it's going to be Eat Me, Drink Me because
And
that's...
Eat Me, Drink Me fucking sucks.
So explain, why do you hate Eat Me, Drink Me?
Okay, that's the first Manson album that I heard where I wasn't excited for. I lived with you and we had a Manson kind of bond of like, Mom
me
and
and
Dad
you-
don't like this. You always bought the albums, but I listened to them
That's
with
all
you.
we
yeah.
listen to.
So I didn't have like anything at the time when we moved out and you that period.
Oh, yeah, you didn't have that connection.
Yeah, I
we
didn't
have
have
that
connection.
musical connection.
Yes.
Because you were off doing your shit.
I was on my own.
I was off doing my shit.
You were doing your shit.
Yeah.
And we didn't get to sit around and listen to it.
And when you came and lived with us
Yeah.
for a minute, and I was like, dude, listen to this bullshit that
I'm
you
like,
just put out.
what the fuck is this?
I was like, oh my God.
Like that was the first thing when me and you sat down. You were like, check out this new Marilyn Manson. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I was like,
That was the
dude.
first time I was like really ever disappointed in a band.
Oh man, I feel you there.
Yeah, like
oh my
it
God.
was the first
a band
time.
you love, an artist you love, for the first time.
But I never,
really,
I never bought any of these things. I just knew it growing up.
Yeah.
And it built up for over a year. Because I was in Montgomery and you were off getting
I bought
married
that
and
shit when it came out, man.
Yeah, so we didn't hang out a lot. We weren't there.
Yeah, we were a couple hours away.
Yeah. Several hours away. It was weird.
Now we live right across the
It's
street.
fucking stupid. But it's amazing. Because I can
My
just be
man
like,
here lives
hey,
one house down.
I'm actually probably closer than he is. Cause you get the whole yard with her.
We're on
and
this
you
side of
get
the street,
across the street.
motherfucker. You got to cross the
You're
street.
on the same side.
But you're
of
the
street.
same distance though.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
long ways.
If you think about
My front
it,
door to your, his front door, and his front door to yours are not the same.
it's
We're,
the
we got
circle.
we got this
Where
sacred
you have to walk
triangle
a
across
triangle
the
of
street.
houses.
like
we're
you're actually a little
unison.
further away.
Me.
Yeah, because like I said, you and Josh are the same distance away, a long ways. But with Josh being on the same side of the road, you have to walk that extra right across the street. So you're actually further away.
I don't think the street matters
Wow.
because I can die.
It's
I
going to
can
get
go
weirder the
diagonal.
drunker we get.
I
Okay.
can go diagonally across the street.
So keep
And-
going. All right, let's go back.
Number
to, Let's
9.
go back to
The high end of low.
Hold on a second. Are you finished yet? Are you finished
Yeah.
about?
Yeah, he
Or do you
bitched
have
him.
more to say about Eat Me, Drink Me?
You can drink me as
He said it sucks.
okay. We watched We didn't watch anything. I don't know what I'm talking about. We need to go outside and have a cigarette.
No, finish your thing. Finish your thing.
Eat Me, Drink Me is garbage. I didn't like it. When the last album I liked was Golden Age,
Yeah.
and this album was fucking garbage to me.
Feel you there.
Cause like, you brought it to me and I was reading things about it when it was coming out, kind of, but I never actually sat down
MySpace
and
is the
listened
reason
to it.
I even knew it existed.
Yeah. So I listened to something, and then the first time I actually listened to it was coming to your house, and you're like, listen to this.
Yeah.
But the first time I paid attention was when me and Stasi bought songs on Guitar Hero 3,
Yeah.
and Heart-Shaped Glasses was on there, and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Don't break my heart.
Click, 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 click,
And I will
click,
break
click,
your
click, click.
heart.
Like, this is fucking stupid. I don't want to play this.
Oh.
If I played any Marilyn Manson song on Guitar Hero, I would rather it be something from the first 3 hours.
Irresponsible Hate Anthem would be a fun one, please.
Click, 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 click. But no, like,
Here you go.
that's my number. Yeah. That's not how it goes. Alright.
Okay, we're gonna take a smoke break real quick.
You can tell
and
I
then
was a Marilyn Manson cover band.
We're gonna come back with Josh's next pick, and we'll see you guys in just a moment. So, you guys, we are back. We're with Josh's number 9
It's
pick.
easy. High end of low.
High End of Low. What are your thoughts on High End of Low?
I kind of can't really remember because that's how it's getting. It's kind of. Actually, it was surprisingly
High
not
and
as
Low
bad.
was the worst because, okay, the same
Zach
day,
will not leave this.
I'm not
I'll
going
let Zach tell it for me.
I'm going to tell it for Josh.
There you go.
High and Low.
I need Josh's damn real opinion. though.
Josh's real opinion is going to matter when it does. But I have to say,
Motherfucker's on a roll.
okay,
Give it to him.
High and a goddamn Low came
Pissed me off
out.
because there was a lot of hype. I was hyped.
There was
and
hype.
it
There
did
was
not
hype for
deliver.
me, and there was hype for you because at the same
You
time,
remember?
at the same goddamn time, Green Day was coming out with their new
There's what it is,
opus
folks.
at that fucking
I
time.
can't mention Marilyn Manson without Zach mentioning Green Day.
God
y'all.
damn it, I have to.
But here's the
At
thing.
the
This is
same
a true
time,
story.
Marilyn Manson
Same
like he's Green
fucking
Day.
True story,
day.
y'all.
The
Same day.
Same day.
Yep.
We go to
High
Hot
and Low.
Topic.
Yep.
And Marilyn Manson has a special Hot Topic exclusive for We're
So
From
does
America.
Green Day.
Green Day has one for 20th Century Breakdown. Zach and I bought
Yep.
him. He's the Green Day guy. I'm the Manson guy.
Yeah, we've always been like that. There's been this.
The hype was there.
Yeah, we both
We
were
put
hyped.
in high
I
end
was
of
hyped
low.
for you, and you were hyped for me.
Yeah.
It was the same kind of energy.
We put in high and
Disappointment
low.
all around.
We put in High and Low. 2 tracks.
and it was amazing.
We're From America and 4 Rusted Horses. Holy shit! I was
It
like,
was
this is the Marilyn
fucking
Manson I've been
great.
wanting for a couple years,
Yeah.
right? Sadly, those are 2 of the only songs I love on the album.
That's the same. That's exactly
And
what
then,
I'm saying.
okay.
I was like, yes, because that's really kind of the first time when I listened to it Friday, in its entirety. I've listened to it in a long time. And I was like, you know, it's not as bad as I remember it being, but again, most of the album's very forgettable.
Yeah.
And since I rate mine on, you know, it could an album might have 1 or 2 songs that I just love, but it's not gonna be rated high because, well, it's the rest of it drags down the
The
score.
rest of it does.
So I mean, that's why those albums suck. You know, that's the reason I like Pale Emperor is much higher. I like Pale Emperor because it was different and it was mostly good.
Oh,
That and the fucking what's 2 of the songs are in 2 of the fucking. There was one is in John Wick. Killing Strangers in John Wick. That was fucking awesome. And Cupid Has a Gun
That was the theme song for Salem.
for Salem. And I was like, oh my
Yeah.
god! I remember the first time I watched the show, I was like, holy shit, that's fucking sick. Cupid's
That
got a gun.
show was stupid, but I loved it.
I loved it just for the fucking. I loved it. When it started, I was like, ooh, I'd hear it in the other room. Oh shit, Salem's on. Come to watch.
I just love weird
But yeah,
shit.
it's just High and Low is just so forgettable. It was something. It was to me. It's better than fucking Eat Me, Drink Me. Oh, I can't stand that garbage. And it kind of is a toss up between High and Low and Born Villain, because again, Born Villain is good.
That's how
but
I
it's
feel.
by the numbers. Manson, it just you could really, for me, those two can be flipped. Because when I listen to these, as I listened to them, I wrote down the name and I wrote a number. I started with the first song I listened. The album was 1. The second one, like, this is 2. And as I listened, I'd scratch out that number and write it. And Born Villain, High and Low would essentially they easily could be swapped
Just
back and forth
flip-flop.
because one's by the numbers with a lot of good stuff that's by the numbers, but it's just forgettable. This one has some good stuff, but most of it's just garbage.
That's exactly what I was telling Zach just a couple hours ago. Is I'm always torn between Born Villain or High and Low being my worst. But like I said, the reason I like High and Low, I rate it a little higher, is because it has 3 or 4 songs
original
that I
songs
love.
And it's not by the
Fucking
numbers.
love.
Yeah,
I mean, well, they're by the number. Well,
but
all right, Four Rusted Horses is definitely not by the numbers. That's straight up Manson doing like country
there's
blues.
by the numbers that are good, and then by the numbers where he's done this before. He sounds like he's just phoning it in. It's like he doesn't care.
Yeah,
it doesn't have the emotion to it.
We're From America is by the numbers Manson, but he's saying something. He's saying some real shit. And then I'm a goddamn motherfucking Geddon. He's saying some normal Manson shit, but it's a by the numbers Manson that I love.
Because we're also Golden Age of Grotesque whores, and so that really fit.
But other than those 3 songs, the rest of the album is
garbage
shit to me.
But those 3 songs did help out making it better to me than Born Villain, which is just all, I'd say, average at best, where this one had really good ones and really garbage, which kind of still balances out being average, but edges it just a little bit, so they can go back and forth. But
they can.
They're still low end.
But since the fact that the only thing on Born Villain I remember is that fucking fret noise, not even a whole song, just a part of a song.
Like I said, I was listening to that while I played video games, and at first I didn't really ever notice it. I was like, I didn't notice how long that fucking album sounded to me until I really looked at it. I'm like, I'm still on this fucking track. It's like, because it's not like it's like natural when you're switching notes. It's gonna be in between. You don't want it to hear that, but it's gonna happen. But when you, it's like, are you trying to find a note there, buddy? Are you stopping?
He's just doing it on purpose, and that's
so
why
sad.
I like it. That's why I like it. I'm like, that's interesting, but it's the only real interesting thing on your album.
It's interesting for the wrong reason. Okay, Travis, you.
All right. So my next pick in the Marilyn Manson ranking here is
Marilyn Manson, dude.
Is Eat Me, Drink Me. All right. Now,
since we all have the same bottom fucking 3.
Now, if you would have asked me when Eat Me, Drink Me came out, if you would have asked me when Eat Me, Drink Me came out, I would have said this is the most garbage piece of shit.
Because you did say it was the most. We all agreed it was garbage at the
that
time.
point in time.
It still kind of is, but not. He made worse. He made worse.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
At that point in time, I fucking hated it. And the reason I hated it was because there was a long gap between albums here. This was like 4 years, 2003 to 2007. Now that's not a long time, but at that time in my life, I mean, the mainstream had shifted. There were so many things that I was waiting on Marilyn Manson to come back and bitch about.
And he just didn't do it.
Yeah, and so I find on MySpace heart-shaped glasses, and I'm like, this is...
You were hyped, though. You made a post on MySpace about it. Marilyn Manson's doing it.
It's also because
you also said the Typo Negative was coming out with an album.
The emo trend was going on. You knew it was going to be bad.
Typo Negative never disappointed, though.
Yeah.
Typo never.
And it sucks that was the last one.
That was the last one.
God damn.
But, so, I bought that album, and I fucking hated it. And the only thing that I could pinpoint why was the fact that it wasn't heavy, it wasn't fast. The lyrics were so whiny. It was all, you did this to me.
Extreme departure from Manson for us.
You did this to me, and you said this to me, so I'm going to do this to you, and I'm going to say this to you. It was the most whiny
Manson
bullshit.
by country style. Country music style.
It was the most bullshit.
Yeah.
And I fucking hated it. It's like when you came around, I was like, man, listen to what the fuck happened to Marilyn Manson here. But as the years went by, and I would turn it on every once in a while.
You liked it more.
I would be like, damn, you know what? The music is actually really good.
I used to do that same shit with the December Underground from AFI.
Yeah, right?
I hated that when it came out, but now, dude, holy shit,
but,
that's a pretty good album.
The music, I wound up loving the shit out of the way the album sounds because it's very gothy, and I love goth music. It's just a straight up goth album.
Yeah.
And it's mostly just a collaboration between Manson and Tim Skold, and I like Tim Skold as a musician. And the man solos like a motherfucker on this album, which is, when you listen to any Marilyn Manson albums, there's hardly a solo anywhere.
Yeah, it's usually
hardly guitar solos. Cool riffs, but hardly guitar solos anywhere. So to hear these rad fucking guitar solos from Tim on this goth album for Marilyn Manson, man, this shit's so good. But to me, the lyrics are still, oh man, they are bad. They are so whiny. Even the one about where he's talking shit about My Chemical Romance, where
Marilyn Manson has a My Chemical Romance.
Yeah, it's a My Chemical Romance disc where he says something like, I do this better than you, and I'm like, well, everything My Chemical Romance was doing at this time is way better than this album, dude. Sorry.
I'm sorry, but
sorry.
The Black Parade is way better.
A way better album.
Oh, the Black Parade.
I mean, and that's
we're showing our
that's
emo
some
scars,
emo
man.
shit, bro.
Hey,
that's
the way to say it.
Shit.
We're showing our emo scars right now
The Black
because
Parade.
My Chemical Romance is better than Marilyn
It hits you right in the feels. That song hits you right. That'll actually make you fucking feel something.
Great. That album is a masterpiece compared to Eat Me, Drink Me.
Yeah,
sorry, Manson.
It's like Manson used to make us feel. We used to because we felt angry.
I fucking agree with you.
Yo, Manson would be like, when we felt angry or fucking angsty. Black Parade's like, it's kind of a sad thing.
And it's the same year.
But like,
Drink Me just fucking annoying.
With Black Parade though, it's like sad shit, but with like fabulous. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like, look at me.
It's fabulous.
Well, even then, it was like, it was sad stuff, but life goes on. Because most emos want to kill themselves because they suck. They hate themselves. Goths hate the world because the world sucks. It's a big difference. Black Parade didn't come off as feeling like, oh, I suck, I should die. Like the song "The Black Parade," he was talking about how his dad was dying, and he had fond memories of his dad. And his dad, life went on. He had to carry on. So it was actually inspired for an emo song. It's actually a very inspiring song. Yeah. Not to fucking kill yourself.
And it just felt like, all right, yeah, My Chemical Romance at that time was the new shit. Marilyn Manson, you were running on, 13-year career right now, and
he was out of touch.
Yeah, he was way out of touch at that point.
Yeah.
And
he couldn't relate to teenagers anymore.
Yeah, and that's the thing. My Chemical Romance was the new teen shit.
Like Korn.
And me, somebody who grew up who wanted someone to bitch about
what I felt.
Yeah, Manson wasn't doing it. He was bitching about his relationship.
Korn, Slipknot, those are bands that were
bitching about his divorce. And
sad. Now you realize your parents why they love the music. We're like, oh, that's an old music, Grandpa, Mom, and Dad. I'm tired of listening to your old shit.
Yeah.
To them, that was the shit that talked about what they felt about.
But I like the album.
Vietnam War and drugs.
I like the album a lot more than I did when it came out, but I rarely turn it on. It's not one I'm ever turning on.
Forgettable.
And so Zach, what's your next one?
What number are we at?
You would be 8.
Yeah, you would be fucking 8. Damn, you should have wrote these down, dude.
Yeah, I should have.
On the next smoke break,
you've done High End of Low.
Yeah, smoke break.
You've done
Born Sorry.
No, he did Eat Me, Drink Me.
He did High and Low, Eat Me, Drink Me.
I did the bullshit.
So I guess Born Villain will be next for you then.
Born Villain is terrible.
See? So we're going to pretty much do it for Zach. We already know what he likes.
Born Villain.
We're going to tell you what you like, Zach.
Yeah,
Born
at this
Villain.
point, I'm going to get there one
Essentially,
time.
we all have the same bottom 3.
Yeah, the bottom 3 is the dude. Like right now,
I can imagine our top ones are gonna
I'm
be the fucking
petting this
same
cat,
too.
and I don't care about Manson right now.
But
This
it
cat
doesn't
is
matter.
You think
What
it's man's
is
on
your
ecstasy?
next pick? What is your next pick? Go ahead, do it.
Born Villain? Did I
Born
already
Villain.
do it?
All right. So what do you have to say about Born
It
Villain?
fucking started boring.
Or you said the opener was really good.
The opening was
hard.
really
It
good.
is a hard
It was
opener.
it was harder. This is why it's higher than High End of Low. Because
can't
it
go
opened
boost
better.
rates.
It opened better. Had a good song.
Damn sure did.
It did.
But
It fucking
then-
started up pretty hard.
It devours a
Everything
god
else-
awful
yeah,
opening track.
everything after that is just typical,
Yeah.
whiny, boring, drawn out Manson shit. But before that, everything is fucking solid and amazing.
And so we understand this because Zach is a Green Day kind of guy growing up. So whereas me and Travis were dark fucking Cradle of Filth, Marilyn Manson kind of people. So we,
Yeah.
from his point, that's actually really good coming from this guy right here. He's always gonna be that punk rock skater guy. He'll be our punk
Always,
rock
that's
skater boy.
I just bought my DC shoes.
I miss my
I
soaps.
fall all the time. And
I might have been like the
roll
only person I
ankles.
know that had a pair of soaps. I loved my soaps. Those things were great.
If they had Heelys in your size, you'd probably buy them too.
I ain't gonna lie, I
Heelys.
probably would
They're
have.
pretty rad.
I ain't gonna lie, that would have been awesome.
The ones where you can grind on the
The
rails.
soaps,
and shit,
yeah, it had a piece of plastic, and yeah, it had a piece
What
of...
are the ones where you had the wheel?
That's the
Heelys.
Heelys.
The Heelys.
Soaps were the one right
Okay.
here. It was a piece of plastic, so you can like wax it and you can grind
Yeah,
like you're doing
you just
on a
grind every
skateboard.
rail. Oh, I need a skateboard. I just walk up to a feed.
Yeah, there's a
You
guy.
puss.
There's a guy on YouTube. He's like the last soap user in the world. he's a professional soaps grinder. I'm like,
Oh my god.
I never felt that, but the difference was I actually was a skateboarder, so I could do this shit. But when I'm at school, you can't really fucking take your skateboard and go skateboarding through the school. So we just run around and grind the things, and nobody think any differently. It took me a long time to even learn to ollie, but once I did, I picked up really quick. It took me fucking like a year to learn to ollie. It was sad. It was
I could
sad.
only pop shove it while riding, and then I could ollie while sitting.
That was weird. Yeah, when I started, I could do
So
fucking.
I
You
just-
can ollie and sit.
Well, you know,
What the hell was
I'm
that?
talking about ollie, standing idle.
not like
I couldn't
riding and
ride
ollie over
and
something.
You sitting.
No, in one place, not
standing,
fully.
Standing still.
Sitting still.
It's weird because like when I first started, I couldn't ollie, but I could do like a 360 pop shove it like with nothing. And I was like, damn, that's good. But as soon as I could
Man.
ollie, I couldn't do it no more for some goddamn reason.
But Zach could do a lot of tricks.
Oh, I know he did.
Zach was pretty good.
I stayed with it for a long time, but you know what's funny?
It sucks when I
Watching
quit doing it.
videos that Joey puts out. Like, damn.
Yeah.
Joey's pretty fucking good.
The shit that Joey puts out, I'm like, man, I wish I was younger and more fit where I was able to do shit like that 20 years ago.
Yeah,
Now, I don't care if I skateboard. Yeah, I got skate shoes on right now. I'm ready to skate.
You're a poser.
Yeah,
Not really.
I don't care.
I wore them
No.
for the longest time because they're
These
comfortable.
feel fucking amazing
Yeah.
on my feet.
They're supposed to, man, because you're
Yeah.
skating some serious
But
shit.
Yeah.
the thing was, like for me,
So,
because I had
what
to
I
keep
gotta
wearing
say
They
is,
gotta
like,
be as good as running shoes.
Joey puts out some good fucking videos of him skating. It might be a minute or so that you get to see, or 30 seconds, or a clip of something of a good thing that he did, and it took him 40 minutes to do.
Yeah.
Well, that's the truth of
But
skateboarding
yeah,
videos.
yeah, it's
Those guys
cool.
spend like
It's
hours
cool
trying to
shit.
do one
When
trick.
he sits
the video's
there,
like boom, perfect.
He puts
while
his,
he
Joey
edited
puts
shit
his
like
phone
crazy.
out somewhere, and he'll be like, "Check out what I did the other day," and you'll see it. God damn it!
Okay.
God damn it! God
Just
damn
that
it!
one
For
time.
like 40 fucking minutes, I'm like, "Can you just give me the trick? Can you please
And that's like how
just give me the trick?"
and music. The best music analogy is
So,
like EDM
yeah.
with those boards. Those guys, oh man, they do it. The videos and shit show them doing it's great. That shit's edited like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
A lot of those guys can't do that shit for really well. Only the best of the best can.
So like the moment was like, or the
You should never feel bad
my
about
point is like, I don't care to skate. I like the shoes.
Yeah,
They're comfortable.
That's why when
They are
at that point in my time when
I
I,
just
was
need more.
skateboarding,
I need more art support in mine.
I was always skating. Feel that fucking
I was an
No,
Adidas fan.
this
I wore Adidas Superstars.
motherfucker thick.
I had my.
That's a thick tongue all the way down
The irony
on
was
top of your foot.
I had soaps. I never skated in soaps.
Then I put
I
that
skated in Adidas. I wore the Adidas.
I
Yeah.
don't know why you're laying your shoe shit on
Feel
me.
my shoes.
Anyway,
Feel my shoe. It's air. I'm walking on air. Walking on
Alright,
sunshine.
so Zach does not like that.
Zach does not like Born Villain. He's got a cigarette
Don't
rolled.
feel good.
I'm hoping he doesn't get too drunk and go home.
We're not.
Hopefully, because we got 8 more.
We got a long way to go. People.
We do not have 8 more.
Yes, we do.
We're on number 8.
God damn. No.
All right, you guys, we are back from a cigarette break, and we're here with Josh's next pick and his Marilyn Manson ranking.
This is my last one.
Where are we at? Yeah, I can't have any more
Number
after this, or I'm going to be way too wasted. All right, number 8. Josh's number 8. What do we have here, sir?
Heaven Upside Down.
Oh!
Trash can.
Hey, you know what?
I actually like that a little bit more than
Heaven
the other one.
Upside Down is my next pick, so we'll just...
Cool, that works
just
out.
throw
So
it
number
in.
8 is Heaven
Okay.
Yeah, Heaven Upside Down. It's actually, it's
Me
not
too.
bad.
Me too.
It's yours too?
Cool, this
Yeah.
will save us time. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really not a bad album, and it's actually, it's more Manson than he's been, than some like the previous
was
album.
trying Manson,
It's trying Manson.
It's still
to
by the
me.
numbers, but by the numbers.
That's the one with
still-
Revelations, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Revelation
no,
12.
okay. That's Marilyn Manson trying to be old Manson
Well,
to appease
For the
nostalgia
longest time,
feelings.
it's a
nostalgic
love letter
feelings
to fans.
the old fans.
Yeah, it's what he's trying to be. The fans, the old fans, are
Yeah.
complaining that his shit ain't sounding.
But it's like we're already past that. Give me something I want to hear. We've been listening to you for this long. Give me something what you think now. What do you think now? And he's going younger than you are now. He's giving you younger thoughts than you started out listening to him with. It's like, dude, I don't want to hear preschool Marilyn Manson. I want to hear fucking
He's trying to
adult
appeal to us.
He's trying to appeal to us while also trying to appeal to the younger audience. And it fucking brings the albums down. I'm sorry. That's the problem. I fucking love what he did in the 90s. I love that he was the face of the shock rock genre of the 90s for us. But what has he done?
What has he
That
done
has
for us
been
lately?
memorable in the last 20
But it's like I
fucking
said,
years.
nobody is afraid of the shit that he talks about
No!
anymore.
No, it's not shocking.
Exactly.
That nobody-
I want scary Marilyn Manson.
and you're not going to get that.
And I'm never going to
can't.
get that again.
Because again, as adults, our innocence is long since lost. Look at the shit we do.
It sucks. It fucking sucks.
Shit
dude.
we do now would be taboo to our younger selves. Back then,
Yeah,
what we
yeah.
did would be like we'd be hiding in the basement, fucking doing. Now we're not
Are
fucking.
we allowed to do that? Just talk without.
I mean,
any
it's like remember when we
repercussions?
first were able to drink alcohol, we felt like this feels wrong. Like we don't feel. Now we just fucking drink and we're just fucking drunk every fucking weekend, and it's nothing
Nah.
scary to us. It's nothing new to us. This is like every day to us. Our lives, is everything he talks about now is our lives.
Okay,
And we're
hold
not-
up. It's always kind of been like that.
But see, before though, it was still taboo. It wasn't. We're not supposed to do this. That's why. You remember the whole idea of well, when you're not supposed to do it, it's more fun to do it. But now when you can do it, you're like, nah, I don't want to do it now.
Yeah, when
Remember,
you're with your parents.
like once we turn 21 and we can actually buy alcohol, How often
it's
do
like,
we
it
actually get
doesn't-
really,
it's
really
not
fucking
even-
drunk?
It's not fun.
We're like doing it on the weekends at best, but back then we tried to do it every fucking night. We'd party hardy because we were not supposed to. Now we can do it whenever we want. And it's like, I got more important things to do, like remembering shit. You know, I need to remember
I
shit
was
for this
supposed to
day.
do that on a Wednesday.
Feeling
Shit.
good on a Wednesday.
Exactly. And he was just, you know, it's his attempt to reconnect with his actual original fans who
Yeah.
felt that he's left them behind, trying to appeal to the younger generation who didn't give a shit about him anyways because he was nothing that they cared about. We're the ones that paid his bills, so he finally made it. We did.
We fucking did.
We paid for his drugs. And
No,
alcohol.
you didn't. You didn't pay Marilyn Manson's bills.
Hey, we did.
You bought one album. That does not contribute to
I would
that
buy the
man's
album
life.
and I'd share it
I'm
with you
sorry.
guys. It's still sort of paying it. It's like we spread the wealth amongst us. I was the
Yeah,
first one to buy
I
fucking
know.
Golden Age of
I
Grotesque.
know.
I ran out and got it the day it came out. But Travis got it like the next day. I mean,
Travis like, yeah.
I gotta get it.
I paid his bills.
I mean,
4 years
but,
after
I mean,
that
without
album
the fans,
came out.
nobody's buying his music. He doesn't make money. So he actually had to appeal to the fans, and we like.
No, but it was cool. It's like at the same time, I gotta go back to the Green Day and Marilyn Manson shit because it was at the same time. You started getting into them when I was getting into the Green Day, so you had like so many albums to get, and I had so many Green Days to get to hear everything, and that was like our goal back in the day.
And you're excited to do
That
it.
was like our first holy grail. Oh my God, I gotta get all of this.
And so every
All the
album was
Manson,
exciting
all
for you.
the Green
Something-
Day,
yeah.
and we
Waiting on.
listened to those. And then when the High and the Low come out, Green Day put out one of their best albums, in my opinion.
Yeah, Green Day at that point was starting to have a better track record.
Yeah, they were.
I just love the fact
They
that I
were
was
on
the guy
They were on their
who
like,
loved Warning more than you
resurgence.
guys did, and then eventually you were like, you know what? Once you got older, Warning's an amazing album. You like
It is.
I loved it back then, and you guys look at me like I'm the
used to love
weirdo.
I always loved Warning, but it was just too
It
short
appealed to
for
me because I am a little bit older than you guys. Not
Yeah.
by much, I mean, but I don't know. I listened to
a year, 4 years.
I listened to Warning when it came out from day one. I loved Blood, Sex, and Booze.
Yeah.
It's a fucking amazing album.
Yeah.
But you know, I was strange when I first met you guys, and you weren't that into it as much as I was. I mean, because we all love Dookie. Everyone loves fucking Dookie, and
Yeah.
Nimrod's great. But I was like, why don't you seem like this one as much? I mean, I understand it's a difference. It's different from their other stuff, but beyond that, okay. So yeah, we all agree. Number 8.
So with
Well,
with
we're
me,
doing Green Day
with,
next
with,
week.
with me
Could.
and
Whenever I can come, we'll
with-
do Green Day.
with me and and Marilyn Manson, we do got to do a Green Day thing because they got that new album coming out.
God damn
in a couple weeks.
God damn it! I still
Um,
have it pre-ordered, and it says it's coming in on the 14th.
I'll probably
I thought you
piss off
pre-ordered it
people.
already.
I do, and it says it's coming in on the 14th, and I'm like, it comes out on the 7th. I want it that day.
This is why people love us. We
I
get off track
want
like a motherfucker.
On the 7th. I want to hear it that day. Don't fuck me.
Amazon Music it, bitch.
It's on Amazon.
Gotta get that Prime, dude.
Uh,
Gotta get that Prime.
I don't
Or
need
pay
the
for the
Prime.
subscription.
The thing is, like, if I just buy the
But
album,
I'm down for a Green Day.
I still have it.
I mean, I'm gonna piss people off,
If
but
it's
mostly I like
if
older
it's
stuff.
Prime or whatever, or the digital service that they do, I can listen to it. I will get it.
Then we
the
can
day
combine
it
it.
comes
We can make it
out.
a first listen plus
But-
a list at the same time.
Yeah, we
That'd be
can.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with me and Heaven Upside Down, I talked a lot of
Totally
shit
down.
about this album. I talked a lot of shit about
Green
this
Day
album when
be
it
do.
came out. Especially on the Monster Show, we did that Halloween episode, and we talked about it. And like I said, the Monster Show is mostly for laughs. And
It's a comedy show.
to me, the album,
It's characters.
Yeah.
the album didn't do much for me because the Pale Emperor was such a move in the right direction for me.
It was different, but
Yeah.
so good.
Different and gothy and bluesy, and I've always said Marilyn Manson, for some reason, his style would work great
As a fucking
with
blues.
a blues and country kind
Yeah.
of vibe.
And he finally did it. And
And-
we said that shit before he'd ever did that.
Yeah,
he
because
first got
Four Rusted
rumors.
Horses, because
he had
that song.
And he had the rumors that he was going to do a blues album, and we're like,
Yeah, there was some talks he was going to do a country album with Jonathan Davis.
Yes.
There was the
which
weird
would have.
rumors.
I still would love to see that. That'd be
What are
awesome.
you doing? What are you thumping my hand?
I'm just thumping.
Anyway.
They love us when we're drunk.
You're massaging your own
Oh.
foot, and I'm like, there's
So
a hand.
anyway.
I gotta thump it.
The album, it annoyed me because it to me was more of the same. It was just heavy rockin' Marilyn Manson shit. And yeah, I like Revolution 12 and Saturnalia, but at the end of the fucking day, I'm like, damn, after this album where you really, really expressed yourself in a different kind of way, You're just taking like 8 steps back here, man.
It's like we've heard this before already.
Exactly.
And we heard that you can do good with new stuff.
It doesn't suck, but damn, it doesn't
Been there,
do
done
much.
that.
Exactly. I'm like, oh, whatever.
Exactly. It's like Zach said.
Just Marilyn Manson.
He was trying to reconnect with us, but we've heard this album already. You've done it before. We loved it then. Well,
yeah.
We like the newer stuff that's done right.
But he does it better on here than he did during his slump years. I mean, it's better than Born. It's more memorable than I've played it more in the last 2 years than I've played Born Villain or High and Low and Eat Me, Drink Me than I have when I've got them. And them albums are old as fuck now. So, I mean, yeah, it's a decent album, but it's not one of my favorites. I mean, it's got some moments and shit that I like, but at the same time, I'm like, yes, I like it, but heard it before.
Yeah.
So what is your next pick, Josh?
All right, number 7, Pale Emperor.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
This is where things are getting harder because, everyone already probably knows we're automatically going to have our top ones are literally going to be his older stuff, and you're right. But Pale Emperor came out after we heard rumblings of, his country music thing. And when it came out, it blew us away. I mean, it's an amazing album as far as for Marilyn Manson doing a bluesy with his voice the way it is now. Because everyone, you can tell his voice, it's going out. He's losing his voice.
Scream like he used to.
He's not youthful no more. He doesn't have that youthful voice. But that's fine because we're not youthful anymore anyways. We're old fucking bastards now. But we recognize that, and we always said for a while his voice sounds like he should do blues or country because he got that Johnny Cash. We love Johnny Cash, that dark country bluesy kind of sound. I love that shit. Manson should do that, and we got rumblings of that he might do a country album, like you said, with Jonathan Davis. Like that might be interesting. Eventually, we got Pale Emperor. Amazing. Of course, like I said before. Killing strangers in John Wick. I was like, oh my god, this is fucking like, oh, I love this movie now even more. Fucking Salem with fucking Cupid's Got a Gun. Yes, not all the songs are great on this. They're all pretty much kind of phony in the same way, bluesy, but they're still good. They're not bangers, but they're good. But then the bangers on here are fucking bangers. Cupid's Got a Gun. Killing Strangers. Devil of
Worship My Wreck.
Worship My Wreck. So I mean, it's like almost every other song is a banger on this album.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It really is. And the only reason it's not higher up for me is because if this was any other artist, this would probably be a #1 album. But because of Marilyn Manson, I hold it through. I see it through rose-tinted glasses, where I remember the older stuff that I grew up with as a teenager, being angsty, angry at the world. Fuck my parents, fuck the world. Everyone should die. I want to have big old goth orgies and do drugs and do all this cool shit. So I mean, it's like I said earlier. For me, these are not all. It's not. Oh, it's bad because it's down here. It's just his shit over here is so good. You can't be any better. I mean, for me, if we did a list of one band that'd be almost impossible for me to list in order, System of a Down. To me, I mean, I'd have a hard. It's like a one-way. It's a massive tie for first and second place for every fucking album. Because to me, they're perfect.
Every album is good.
And like on here with Manson,
there's not one. There's not.
They stopped when they should have.
Exactly.
When Surge was ready to give up,
Down album
we went from Manson to fucking System of a Down.
I love every System of a Down album. I can't rank those. Don't put me in a thing
I think
and
one
say
day we should.
which one is better because I don't know.
This is where
they're all good.
Maybe if people,
Stop. Don't tell me.
It should be in the comments if we want to do that. We should do it. Or say in the comments if you want to do that. If we do like a System of Down, Darren Malakian, Scars of Broadway, and Surge's solo album, and try to rank all those together because that's about the only way you can do it to where you can get a difference with us. I would be down for that. I don't know if they would. I'm pretty sure Travis would.
I would be down for it, but
we should try to do that.
There's no way.
It's going to be hard, but
there's no way I can pick.
I think that would make for a great conversation, though. But yeah, so back on Pale Emperor, bring it back around. Again, it's a banger. Every other song, just about. So I mean, it's a really good album, but it's hard to hold it in comparison to his earlier works when he was younger, more youthful, more angry. but it fits him now because life's beating his ass down. That motherfucker does drugs and his band pretty much left his ass.
Yeah.
Because he did treat his band like shit.
Shit, we're still on Manson. Fuck.
I mean, that's all we're gonna be on for this whole podcast.
God damn.
But yeah, that's mine, Travis.
All right, my next one.
Because I was with you on that one.
That works perfectly. Me and Zach have the same one.
Yeah,
so
we were.
So you're on Pale Emperor on that one too. So I guess
I didn't listen to that.
Oh yeah.
That was the one.
Remember,
Pale Emperor was the one I didn't.
Damn,
listen
what
to.
little he listened to was so much better than the shit we were.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I gotta say about it. What I do remember, the songs that were on the radio and all that were great, but I never actually fully listened to the album. But I don't care to.
And that's true. If they only ever
I
play
went through the album before that and the album after it. I don't care to go to the Pale Emperor because, goddamn.
Well, I mean, it's not your style, and it's understandable.
It's not that it's not my style. I will listen to the entire album. I will sit there and give you an hour and listen to every goddamn song on a CD. As a collector, that's what I have to do. That's my moral obligation. I have to do this.
That's sad to hear you say that, Zach. You should force yourself to listen to something.
No, it's not that I'm
If you really don't like it, don't say, I don't like
I'm
this shit.
forced to doing it. It's that as a collector,
It's y'all's fault. You're making
to
Zach listen to music you don't
every
listen to.
bit of the goddamn thing that you just bought.
This is
And
what
you
people
have-
tune in for.
He knows.
This shit.
He knows.
It's all their fault. It's y'all's fault. Zach has to listen to this stuff. He does not like it. You are torturing this man.
And I gotta sit there.
Every suggestion is going to be Green Day from here on out.
No.
Green Day the Who.
My favorite Marilyn Manson album after this is Nimrod.
Yeah.
How about Nimrod?
It's like, it's like, Zach, that's not Manson. Like, well, I was going to listen to Manson, but like, you know what, fuck that.
I was gonna listen to Manson anyway after I heard Green Day. Leave me alone.
Okay, Travis, sorry.
Leave me alone. God.
So my next pick is Hollywood.
Jesus Christ.
Holy crap, you got Hollywood this low. Amazing. That's shocking.
The thing is it might seem low, but to me,
You still ain't said eat me, drink me yet. Holy
I have.
Oh my
we did
god.
Eat Me, Drink Me.
I was about to say, if you put
I
Hollywood
forgot already.
lower.
Eat Me,
Holy
Drink Me
shit.
was like 2 picks
Thank God.
ago.
I'm like, oh my god, I have to slap you.
I would deserve that slap.
We were all about sucking that dick.
The thing is it might seem low, but
Well, yeah,
from
we like all
here
this shit.
from here on out, there's nothing bad. And
Yeah,
it's so hard to pick what goes in what place at this moment. From here on out, it's all good. Maryland, like no complaints at all.
Yeah, that's what you thought.
And-
Mine was Pale Emperor because I like Pale Emperor, so it's all
Exactly.
good from here on out.
It's all fucking bangers from here on
That's
out.
gonna be
So-
brain stew. He's gonna be a fucking Dookie. Warning. Oh wait, that's Green Day. He's like, fuck you guys.
So the reason Hollywood is here is, man,
Kablunk.
I love
2000.
Hollywood. Hollywood is a great album,
Yeah.
but it's the first time you sort of get that moment where it's like he experiments a little bit and then gives you a step or two backwards.
It was an MTV special because even I remember that we watched it together when they took the Hollywood sign and made one of the L's.
Yeah.
So yeah, he was more mainstream on this one. He
And-
was the
and not
big,
even the
big
fact,
mainstream.
not even the fact that he was mainstream. I love the fact that he was mainstream as fuck at this point. But
Yeah,
this
for
is,
us it was, but
But
Yeah.
to me, you know, like I've said before, this is the apology record because so many people complained about the sound on Mechanical Animals. He
True.
will experiment and do something that's completely out of left field, like Mechanical Animals,
and that album was
Or-
all over the place too.
or Pale Emperor, and then the album right afterward, boom.
I'm sorry, here's original.
Yeah, sorry, this is for the fans. Well, I'm a fan of all of it. evolve. You know, he'll evolve and then devolve. Evolve, devolve.
Yeah, because Hollywood is like
totally does.
it's Antichrist Part 2.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, no, he didn't
It
really
really
evolve and devolve.
God
It's
damn,
like
we love those tarot cards.
He
in that
evolved
box.
and devolved and made one good album and then just totally
I
devolved.
wouldn't even say Mechanical Animals devolve. It's just
That's how I
No,
see it.
difference.
Mechanical Animals is an evolution.
evolution, but then
And then with Hollywood
Some people
kind of
didn't
going
like it.
back, like Hollywood doesn't sound like Antichrist, but it goes back to
that style.
Yeah, it goes back to that style, which is
dark,
acceptable.
dirty
'Cause I
sound.
love it. I love the shit out of it. It's
Yeah.
weird. It's experimental. There's a lot of crazy shit going on in Hollywood, but at the same time, with
I want to hear a push.
yeah, I want to hear
I want to hear
forward.
something that's gonna make me be like,
That's an argument we've
oh
had in a lot of
shit!
bands.
What was that?
We need evolution.
God
You should
damn.
evolve. Keep some of the old,
Yeah.
but bring the new, add the new, and make it. Add the
And
old.
a lot
to the
of
new.
that is on here. A lot of that is on here. But then, there's some moments where I'm like Nobody's is a very boring song. But man, like Hollywood is phenomenal.
But it got the goth girls' panties wet when we used to play that shit.
Hollywood is phenomenal. But like I said, it felt like a
used to be
slight
sexy.
step backward. Like it's 3 steps forward, 1 step backward. Like it's got 1 foot in Antichrist and 2 feet in a interesting place.
Oh yeah.
Always got to toast the guy with a drink.
Love the shit out of it. But
Yeah.
Okay.
so that's mine. So what's your next
Well, it
one,
was the same.
Zach?
It was the same.
What?
Yeah. It was the same.
What are we at?
Oh yeah, because you guys were the same.
I'm
then
Pale
then
Emperor.
it's back to you.
So now we're on number 6. Mechanical Animals.
Oh.
Again.
Oh, we're on number 6.
Well, because you did also. You were with Pale Emperor on the 7th. So number 6 for me is
Wow.
Mechanical Animals, because again, I'm a big Matrix fan. I love the fucking
I'm gonna
Matrix.
stop.
I
I'm
love
gonna
Rock
stop
is
talking.
Dead, The Dope Show, Coma White. I mean, it's fucking. That album is a. It is very experimental in terms of The Dope Show. I'm sorry, Rock is Dead. It's very Manson. That's just.
Yeah, that's
It's-
your Manson anthem style
It's
track.
an anthem. It's an anthem soundtrack, but then his experimental stuff on it was good. I mean, the Coma White, the softer shit in there was fucking so
Up here to make
awesome.
you now, up here to make her
Yeah, I don't like the drugs like me.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god, that's fucking awesome.
Oh.
It's a great album, and all the videos for this fucking album are fucking. They're fucking
There's
crazy.
some really good music
He has some of the
videos.
best videos
Yeah.
in this one.
Some of my favorite music
Yeah.
videos of his ever are from
Yeah.
this
You
album.
know, but one of the things I hate is that Long Hard Road Out of Hell
This
isn't on any
album.
of his own albums.
Yeah, that was a Spawn soundtrack
I know,
song.
I hate
with
that,
he
but the
did
video
with
for that
Sneaker
one,
Pimps.
because
God
I
damn it.
always was sad that it should have been on one of his albums, because it was a Manson song through and through, and the video was a Manson video through and through.
And it's a long hard road.
Because I think it would have fit on.
out of hell.
I wish. Oh, you want to hold it for you? Okay.
You can hit it if you want.
Yeah, I wish I could.
You can.
I cannot.
Yes, you can.
But yeah, that song would have fit in Mechanical Animals perfectly, because it was on the same tier as Rock is Dead. It's a great fucking album. It's just again, it's his experimental, a little bit of the old, some of the experimental. So I mean, again, yeah, it's evolution of his sound, and it was good.
Yeah.
And, other stuff is gonna be higher up, but for me, like you said, we're not saying we don't like this shit. This shit is fucking all bangers from here on out.
From here on out, it's just all great.
Now
albums.
trying to pick
It's so hard
which
to
one
pick
you like
which are
more.
your favorites. Yeah.
Because you like them all. You can't have it all. This one's going to be a 10, but you can't have another 10. It's going to be 9, 8. And it's going to be this way. So, I mean, it's
so
just
the ones that I play the most.
the ones I play the most. Because even on that one, I'm mainly going to listen to Rock is Dead, Coma White, The Dope Show, fucking I Like the Drugs. Those will always be the standout songs for me on that album.
User friendly.
It's and I always remember, mainly it was the music videos from this one that really made it stand out more than others.
A lot of JFK
Yeah.
imagery. And
Yeah, which is strange because he had more of the JFK killing in Hollywood, but
Right.
so yeah, that's mine. Travis?
What's gonna happen now is
The trifecta of everyone having the same.
I'm gonna smoke a cigarette.
That's
I've got to pee real bad.
And I just peed.
What
Travis,
up,
number
y'all?
6.
We're back for the sick break. This is my pick now. My next pick is Pale Emperor. And
I didn't pale Emperor and then Mechanical Animals. You went Mechanical Animals, then Pale
Oh no,
Emperor.
I went Hollywood then Mechanical.
Yeah.
The reason Pale Emperor stacks higher than Mechanical Animal, Hollywood, is because of the fact that it was the first Marilyn Manson that was different, that actually hit me right. I've been waiting years for a Marilyn Manson album to
that taint right.
Yeah, to tickle my balls. I've been waiting so long for Marilyn Manson to
We
grip
always
me.
got to go there.
And,
I've been waiting so long for Marilyn Manson
Just
tickle
to
my
reach
balls.
around, grab his balls, give him a whisper sweet nothings in his ears,
yeah,
give him a reach
and
around.
it hit on all the right cylinders. The bluesiness. I love how
Tickle that little butthole.
yeah. I love how the album is very bassy. The bass is real distorted and heavy, and there's weird noises. And man, it was the first time a Marilyn Manson album in years had made me be like, damn, I listened to this thing non-stop when it came out. And wow, just wow. Like even Josh was saying, like all the great songs are bangers. And there's some slow, there's to me the first couple songs I love Killing Strangers, but then when you get a Third Day Binge or whatever, and
Yeah, that's a slow burner.
Deep Six, those are kind of whatever, but everything else on the album, man, is damn fucking good. And it was the first time his big collaboration with Tyler Bates. And that's what kind of disappointed me when Heaven Upside Down came out, was because that was also a Tyler Bates collaboration, and it was
going backwards.
Yeah, it went backwards. Like I said, he'll evolve a little
Experiment
bit,
and then go. You take
and
two
then
steps forward, take a step back.
Yeah, and
That seems more like a two,
Marilyn
three steps
Manson
back.
is
You
a
went.
stock market of what you want to hear.
Well,
yeah,
he
like
became
up and
everything
down,
he
up and down.
hated. He became what he hated.
But Pale Emperor is just damn good, and I love Hollywood, and parts of me likes it more than Pale Emperor. But when I turn on Pale Emperor as an adult, I'm like, man, this is 30-year-old Travis loving Marilyn Manson.
Well, we were so hyped for this.
Something. We're not 30 anymore. We're 30 something.
You were so excited when you got home with that album. You fucking
it
texted
fucking
everybody about it. You're like, Josh, I got a new Pale Emperor. And we listened to it that fucking night, and I was like, yes, this is a good album.
Yeah, and that's ultimately what brought back the first
The
listen
hype
reviews.
the hype was real because we were hyped for it, and we were actually
and
pleased.
it paid off. It paid off.
I mean, like I said, most time when you're hyped for something, it usually underwhelms. That's the first time it actually came through. It came
did its
through on
thing.
us.
Damn sure did its thing. So, what's your next pick, Zach?
What number are we on?
Well, I've got 4 more, so you've probably got 3 more because you are not counting Smells
Yeah.
Like Children. So what is your next pick?
Oh, we're in the top 3.
You would be number
me.
5.
I'm in top 3, is what you're saying?
Oh, top 5.
How is he in top 5?
Well, because that was number 6.
Not for me. I've did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That was my. Or,
I just did Mechanical Animals, which is number.
Oh, I've just
6.
did 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, and I'll be on 4 next. And it'll be
Just do your next one, Zach.
it'll be 3 for you because you aren't counting
Antichrist.
So Antichrist, what's up with Antichrist?
Antichrist is a fucking banger. Every goddamn song on there.
All the way through, man.
Exactly. It's one of those you put it on from the beginning. You have to listen to the entire thing. You cannot pause. You cannot turn it off or turn it down. You have to just take it in.
Oh yeah.
The entire goddamn album.
Every inch of that album.
Yep.
Just take it in.
That's just okay. Sorry, I don't have much to say about it, but that's
He's not a big
how I
Manson
feel.
fan.
I'm
It's
not
okay.
a big talker.
You're also not a big Manson fan. So
No, like I'm not, but like that's what I have to
he's
say
the
about
skater boy, B-O-I.
it. We're not-
S-K-8-T-E-R.
we are not-
He was a skater boy.
No,
she said,
we are
see
not
you later, boy.
We always say that one. Okay, that's nothing wrong with that.
Not a her
So
song.
my next one, I guess, would be, oh yeah, Smells Like Children.
Love that album.
Not
Smells Like
a-
Children because, well, Sweet Dreams. First fucking song I ever learned to play on guitar. I think that's like every guitarist should know how to play.
I get it.
Smells
Okay.
like fucking,
Okay.
Smell Like Children, Sweet Dreams. And then of course, you got all
Marilyn Manson did
Yep.
play a lot into us learning instruments, into us learning
Yeah,
guitar.
my band.
Those were riffs
Some of the
that we
first
tried
guitar
to
riffs we
learn
tried
back
to
in the
learn,
day.
yeah.
I
when
will
you guys
give
met
you
me,
that.
I was in a
God
band
damn it.
called, we were
Okay.
Human Target Range. We were a Marilyn Manson cover band. We played all their shit. But yeah, like I said, a lot of songs, rock and roll, N-word. I'm not gonna say it because but it's the title of the fucking song.
Rock and roll black man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, I Put a Spell on You. Awesome fucking song.
Phenomenal cover.
A great cover of that. I mean, because really this album is known
Yeah.
for its covers of good songs. I mean, he even covers himself because he's actually doing covers.
Remixes.
He's
of
remixes
some
of
tracks.
his Portrait of American Family. Dance of the Dope Hat. It's his version remix of Dope Hat. So I mean, it's a great album. Not amazing, but to me, it's the last. As far as my
It's the last
standing
of
goes,
that
it's the last of
spooky
that
kid
Manson,
sound.
the spooky kid sound. Before you get to what
This
became
hardcore
the
industrial.
hardcore industrial Manson sound. The reason it's lower because it's really just kind of remixes and covers, but still good.
It's a nice in between.
It's a good in between. Just not something you're gonna listen to all the fucking time, but because we're all sick and tired of Sweet fucking Dreams. God damn it! That is when you want to check your guitars in tune, you play Sweet Dreams. We all know what Sweet Dreams should sound like.
The beautiful people.
So my next pick is in the ranking is Antichrist Superstar at number 4.
Beautiful people.
I don't know how he's on number 4. I'm on number 5. That was number 5 for me.
So Antichrist Superstar is phenomenal. It is one of my early industrial favorite albums. The album is filled with just pure aggression and abrasiveness and incredible lyrics and hitting riffs. Tracks like fucking Irresponsible Hate Anthem, motherfucking, what are you doing?
I just touch things.
Motherfucking 1996, Mr. Superstar, god damn it, the title track, The Man That You Fear, Tourniquet. This whole album is filled with aggressive fucking bangers all the way through. One of my favorite Marilyn Manson albums, one that I turn on all the time when I get into a Marilyn Manson mood. I mean, it's one of those important albums from the 90s that it's influenced a lot of stuff, and it raised a lot of eyebrows and said a lot of things that needed to be said. Man, Marilyn Manson at his best in many ways. It's like I've said before. You can have, like our buddy said, Mechanical Animals is his dopest album. You can be like, oh yeah, this is his best album, but it's not my favorite. You know what I mean? Like, this is up there with his best albums. It's not my favorite, but we're about to get to one of his best albums. But that's what I mean. Is like, you can be like, dude, that's his best album, but it's not my favorite. So, what is your next go?
What number are we at?
I don't know, man.
I don't know, because like I said, I actually have my numbered.
Where
so I know
am I at?
We were at, because see, like I said, right
What
there.
have I said? Is my question.
my fifth one was Smells Like Children, so I've kept it in order. So I'm not sure if you got confused at one point. I mean, if you want, I can just keep going down until I match your number, but I'm not sure where you guys got off online.
Well, I think it's because, I don't know.
I think it's because that one we had where we all agreed at the same point.
Yeah, we just got.
But you know, mine's are numbered, so I actually wrote mine in numerical order.
Oh yeah, we did, because I didn't talk about this one.
I'm on track. These guys can't hold their booze. Yes.
Golden Age of Grotesque, man. Before Hollywood.
I knew you shouldn't be that low down yet.
Oh my God! Before Hollywood, Golden Age of Grotesque.
I've only done 5. Well, I'm on number 5, but that was mine.
Let me just get it out real quick. I love Golden Age of Grotesque. One of my favorites. The new shit. It was an experimental Manson album, toyed with new metal riffs, industrial, heavy on the industrial because of Tim Skold. Tim Skold coming fresh off of KMFDM and MDFMK. The first one without Twiggy Ramirez. Twiggy is gone. One of the last well-known members of the original crew. Gone at that point, and Marilyn Manson's mixing a little bit of hip-hop flair in there, burlesque and cabaret flair. Daw Dagga Buzz Buzz Ziggity Zag, one of my favorite tracks on that album. Marilyn Manson by way of swing music, come the fuck on. Sorry, y'all. What's your next pick, Zach? Okay, now we're back to where we were.
That one.
Okay, so.
Because I forgot about it.
Hey! Oh, we're
that
drunk.
One. It started good.
So, then, I have 3 left.
I got 4 left. So
you
sure you don't miss one?
Nah.
Not that he knows it.
Not yet.
I'll just do 2.
Do your thing.
So do.
Okay. Yeah, Zach's was Golden Age of Grotesque. He didn't really like. Well, I mean, Tim. We already know it's the anthem thing. It's a departure from Manson's sound. But again, let's understand. All right, so number 4 for me is Hollywood. Again, like I said, yeah, kind of more like Antichrist Superstar 2.0. It's just,
but damn it, it's so fucking good.
I mean, it's still good because it was still all original. It still sounded, but it just didn't have as much as that Manson sound as I liked from the older stuff. Because again, my stuff, I compare it to older Manson. It's just always going to be this, what spoke to me more as a teenager, and what, oh my God, this is the rebellion against all everything. So, alright, so I'll go and do another one. Number 3, Antichrist Superstar.
So good.
Yeah?
Technically, when I first heard it, I knew of Spooky Kids. I didn't know Marilyn Manson. I didn't know. God, I'm spilling on myself. Drunk person over here. Jesus. It was actually technically my first Manson album because, again, I was a Spooky Kids. I heard Spooky Kids, but I never heard Manson. I didn't know that were separate, because, before the date. Guess what, kids? Before the internet was fucking invented, we had to find out shit the hard way. Which was magazines, TV, word of mouth, libraries. We didn't have access to it. Internet wasn't as widely available as it is now. Us poor people.
I'm going to catch it. There it goes.
So yeah, it was
go with
Antichrist Superstar.
Collection.
I loved it. I mean, Jesus Christ. It had 99 tracks on the CD.
Jesus.
it was crazy because it was
all those blank tracks.
All those blank tracks and eventually one hidden track at the end. That was it. But again, it was. I liked it because one, it was shocking to my parents and society as a whole. They could not stand the Antichrist, Marilyn Manson.
How's he gonna say Antichrist Superstar when there's Jesus Christ? It's Jesus Christ Superstar. But guess what? All the people that are complaining about that, guess what? Jesus Christ Superstar is telling you. Jesus Christ Superstar is telling you that Jesus was a man and that he was taking this shit to his head, too hardcore. Come on.
Yeah.
No things, people.
It was just a rebellion album.
Jesus Christ Superstar is Jesus as a rock star, making the fame go to his head. Shut up, people.
Like I said, my sister had the album. I walked by and heard her listen to something. I'm like, what's that? That's fucking amazing. She's like, oh, that's some album. She did not like it. She hated it. Like, what's this garbage? I'm like, I'll take that. And I'm like, yes, this is fucking rebellion in music form. pure rebellion against,
establishment.
And the fucking kid
the
rebelling
norm.
against your parents and fuck you. This is what I'm listening to. Screw
society.
Screw society. Screw
Just
everything.
everything that we are supposed to be.
Exactly. And, that's why it was not for me. That was number 3. So Travis, number 3.
All right, my number 3 is Mechanical Animals. The reason it is so high is because it is so different. It was a ballsy ass move. I get why people didn't like it when it came out. Because they wanted another Antichrist superstar. And that's ultimately why we got Holy Wood.
It was actually very artsy, very artistic.
And very, very artistic, it was Marilyn Manson, like he mentioned. He wrote it when he went to Hollywood and he witnessed all this shit. The album is about an alien that comes down named Omega, and Hollywood gets a hold of him, and it's basically Ziggy Stardust again.
That look on Zach's face is exactly what people thought. Exactly.
Right.
Because that's why the picture on the cover is he's got the suit where he's got breast and no genitalia.
Yeah.
Essentially, he was an alien. He was playing an alien.
Don't explain it to me.
He's an alien that comes down named Omega, and
that's why the music videos are weird as shit.
He has a band, Omega and the Mechanical Animals.
Exactly. It was a concept album, technically.
Yeah, it's
by
all
concept.
about,
it's a concept album.
It's all about how Hollywood just grabs the next big thing and exploits the shit out of it till it's done with it. And
that's why all the TVs and all the music videos. All the shit on the TV and the
I'm sorry, but I'm going to spoil it. That's my number 1.
I figured.
Yeah.
But
Mechanical Animals,
it's so fucking good, dude.
That is my number 1.
It had balls for
and you can already figure out where the other 2 lay.
We'll get there.
You're talking about my number 1, and I can't talk.
Well, I think next is your number
bring
2.
up that conversation again on how good fucking Mechanical Animals is. Again, I don't want to bring up that conversation again. We already talked about it. So me.
So anyway, Mechanical Animals.
That's my number 1. So my list is over.
So Mechanical Animals was a very ballsy move because he built an audience based off of hard hitting ass industrial metal and acid fueled rock and roll druggy metal shit, and then to come out with something that is as glammy as Mechanical Animals, that had some balls. And
it was jarring back then because
I believe it.
Because again, for us,
I wasn't one of those
our
fans.
age when
I didn't get into them until this happened. Mechanical Animals was all over MTV at that point, and that's when I started checking them out. So I didn't have that sort of stigma like, oh man, the only good album is Portrait of an American Family.
It's not just that. It's like it seems like when you're younger, you have one specific style you stick to.
Mechanical Animals.
I heard Beautiful People when it came out.
The entire album.
But yeah, the entire album, Mechanical, a buddy of mine burned it for me. Damn. But
that was the first
album. That goes with the thing because that's what you were exposed to, you liked it.
Yeah.
And again,
it was my introduction.
When you had a specific style that you attributed it. But see, as we got older, now we listen to all kinds of music. Rap, rock, country, hip-hop, pop shit. Back then, we would have been like, oh, fuck that shit. We don't like that.
Yeah.
See, so when you talk about people who are our age, they're teenagers, and they hear this, like, ooh, fuck this, we don't like this. No, this is not, it's like people, Metallica fans who can't stand fucking Megadeth. They'll fucking turn their back when Megadeth wants to play or some shit. They're like, fuck that. We're not that way. We're like, well, we like it all. But back then, you are kind of set in your ways. You become more open-minded to music as you get older.
Yeah.
For the most part. Some people don't. Some people are just assholes. But
yeah. But Mechanical Animals, it's just Marilyn Manson by way of David Bowie, and it's very glammy. It's very poppy.
Because David Bowie is essentially a fucking alien.
It is my favorite Marilyn Manson.
It's that fucking good. It would be my favorite if these next two never happened.
It is my number 1. I can't top what you are already gonna say about it. Because you know exactly
Yeah.
where you feel.
Well,
Oh,
I guess
and all
it
that.
is for me.
the album is
This motherfucker can better articulate in his words what he feels.
The
Same
album
shit
is
I feel.
is basically just a commentary on Hollywood culture at the time,
From
definitely.
an outside
It
point
is.
of view.
Yeah, like a guy who
But
just
I like
joined
how
Hollywood.
David Bowie it sounds.
and
Like it
he's,
sounds different
is
than
him.
normal Manson.
yeah. Like he said, he wrote this when he first went to Hollywood and first got famous, and it makes sense because, you know, the dude was from fucking Florida.
Yeah, I mean,
you
he was
know.
a teenager.
Manson's from
They were
Florida.
kids.
He's a southerner.
Yeah. At this
Manson's
point,
a southern
Yeah.
guy.
Well, see, let's look at this point. In Florida, him and the rest of the band, the Spooky Kids, they stood out like a fucking sore thumb. They were weird. They went to Hollywood and they fit in perfectly because they don't call it Holly weird for a reason. So, he made an album that's from the point of view of somebody looking from the outside, looking
somebody
in.
just getting in there.
You know, from the outside looking in, like this is what this world is like. It's fucking weird. The music videos are
Like
fucking
the most
weird.
claim to fame before this was him just being able to hang out with Trent Reznor,
Yeah,
who was already famous at that point.
and that's still underground.
Yeah, you know, I mean, to an extent. I mean, but Mechanical Animals is him sort of coping with that shit in a weird way and being like, well, you know, we're Antichrist Superstar made him essentially a superstar. And so at that point, it's like, in his mind, it almost felt like he can't do any wrong.
Yeah, take the shock level to
And
take the shock
yeah,
to the
let's
next
just
level.
let's just do something different, man. I'm gonna
He was
fucking
stepping
wear
up.
these tits. I'm gonna fucking.
He was going to try to find what can shock people in Hollywood.
I'm gonna shock everybody. I'm gonna shock my fans.
He was like the
you
Howard
know?
Stern of fucking music.
Fart man.
Yeah. He is. Howard Stern was a shock jock.
Yeah.
So Marilyn Manson,
Fart man. God
Fart
damn.
man.
I mean, he was like, you know, so he
My
was.
God.
Marilyn Manson's whole point was to fucking shock.
The MTV universe.
Shake that
The
And
fat.
when-
MTV
And he
generation.
became- and that's what's weird is like now MTV
See, you
now
can't
wouldn't have played
say
somebody.
that we're
MTV
this
now would not play
generation, we're
fucking
the
man.
MTV generation.
All right. So
Right,
what
so-
is your next? What is your
Golden
next pick?
Age of Grotesque.
My man.
Number two. Golden Age of Grotesque.
It is that good, man.
It is that.
Number fucking 2.
Yes. Well, well, my number one's, you know, it's,
Do you know what my number 1 is?
yeah, you already said that.
What?
God damn it! We were just talking about it like not more than 30 seconds ago.
Okay, well my number 2.
Mechanical Animals is your number one, my
number
friend.
2.
All right. Then what's your number 2? Because you said you weren't gonna do anymore.
You said
Yeah, I
you
wasn't, but
He forgot your number 2, that's why. That's okay.
I'm gonna do number 2.
Okay,
I'm gonna
you do a number 2, Zach. This is us, folks.
funny.
This is a true us.
Good night, everybody.
No,
We're
we're
almost
not
done.
going to bed.
We are almost done. We're in the last fucking 2. Well, Zach's on his last one, but because he already did number 1.
Yeah.
He's doing number 2 now.
Zach is
Portrait
3
is
sheets to
number
a Jones lane.
I am more
Number
fucked up than these
2.
guys, and he can't control himself.
What's your number 2?
Portrait be number 2.
There you go.
Portrait be number 2.
Why?
Because it's awesome.
There you go,
And
folks.
that's a dude.
I'm definitely down with
Okay.
that because it is
Exactly.
fucking awesome.
Yeah, it doesn't need that much of an intro or
Hey,
or
there's nothing
that
wrong.
much of a what I do.
Your
what I-
opinion can be as
I
simple
can't
or as
say anything
complex
for
as
it.
you'd like, man. That's
Just
fine enough
listen
for
to
us. It's you do
It
you.
do.
You do you.
It do.
You do you. But yeah, like, so my number 2 is Golden
It
Age
do.
Grotesque.
It's my number 2.
You know, I love Antichrist,
And
and
my
I
number
love
1 is Mechanical Animals.
because
I'm down with that.
And my
I really
number
am.
3
I remember us all hanging out.
Antichrist.
Me and Travis hanging out when Hollywood come out. We're like, oh, MTV, like, woo, yeah, Marilyn Manson's on this shit. Golden Age Grotesque came out. I bought it day one. I ran to Travis.
You
like,
came to our house.
I'm like,
I was
Travis,
there.
holy shit, dude, you gotta listen to this. Because
Yeah.
to us, Manson has been the Antichrist. This came out as so fucking radically different from what we've heard. And it was, you know, this swing shit. That's, to me, that's at least for me, that's when we started getting into a different style. That swing shit was like, I can dig this swing shit. Because it's dark.
Like a buzz, ziggity zag, got by
And that's what's cool.
buzz,
That's that
buzz,
20s
zag.
style. And boom, we are now back in the 20s. We are fucking
So
there,
good,
baby.
man.
But it was
Oh.
so good, and I you know, Spade. I mean, it's a
the
fucking
I can't
banger.
say,
You know, it's almost all the way through. It's a banger, all the way.
It
through.
is, dude.
It's just
and
so
it's
goddamn
one
good.
That I always forget how much I love it until I turn it on.
You gotta turn it on because you know it's such a departure. If you said it was any other musician who did that, you could believe it because you don't.
And
think
this
Manson.
one has some silly lyrics though.
It is
silly,
fucking serious.
Silly.
You got
ass
cheerleaders
lyrics.
doing cheerleading song, you know,
Be
cheers.
obscene. Be obscene.
There's a shit ton of
Be
puns.
obscene,
It's full of puns and shit.
not
Yeah,
her.
it's full of that crap stuff.
Fucking,
Yo,
I
Spade.
am a church, or no, you are a church. I am a steeple, and when we fuck,
we're all God's people.
All God's people.
Or like Spade, he's talking about his heart. You drained my heart and
Made me a
made me a spade. Saint, S.
Oh my God, that's so silly.
Dude,
that is so dumb.
I have the F and a C and a K2, and the only thing that's missing is a bitch like you. It's
Yeah.
spelling fuck. That is fucking awesome. This album is so you know, stupid teenager joke
I'm
full
an
of shit.
F and a C, and I got a K2, and the only thing that's missing is a bitch like you. I love that.
Exactly.
But it's so silly.
It's silly on a teenager level, like how fart jokes is like, oh, you're so immature. This is immature.
It's like, oh, this isn't on the same level of like intelligence you were speaking.
This is fucking
albums before this.
Exactly.
But I'll allow it. You know?
That's because
What the fuck are we talking about?
Talking about Golden Age
Golden Age
Grotesque.
Grotesque. It's like a fucking teenager. You know how you know the immature jokes of farts and poop and shit and sex. Well, this is also the the cursing kind of shit. This is what the teenager cursing fucking cliche shit.
This Marilyn Manson album is all about how badass Marilyn Manson is.
Yeah.
Like the new shit is all about how badass.
This is Marilyn Manson
Dude,
by way
the
of
new
high school.
shit is the worst song to start an album.
He's
with.
like the prom
man.
queen.
My
The
God.
new prom
Shit
king.
is-
We're gonna
awesome.
go on fucking beginning of
This
songs.
shit is
That
awesome.
is the worst because he's trying to be Limp Bizkit.
but Saint
5 years after
so
Limp Bizkit was
And I like how it's
famous.
spelled, 'cause it's S, the parentheses, and ain't. He's an ain't. He don't.
so stupid.
If this is Marilyn Manson by way of high school, he's the prom queen.
Because I am.
He's not king, he's a queen.
He didn't
How does that
graduate,
go?
and
How
he's
does
still
that go?
going to prom.
Oh fuck.
5 years in a row.
Drop the S because I am an ain't. Like what,
But yeah,
dude?
yo, 'cause,
Like,
see, I was into skating, and there was a thing called a K2. There was a type of fucking equipment called K2. So I got an F and a C and a K2. I'm like, you have skate equipment? Why the fuck you have
This is
skate?
why
I didn't catch
I
that. He
rate
was
the-
spelling
One of the
fuck.
last Marilyn Manson albums, way last with the beginning song, because he's like something about revelations come in 12.
say it again.
Yeah.
1, 2,
No.
3, 4, 5, 6,
But,
7,
hey,
8,
you remember when I
9,
brought
10.
Revelations come in 12. No.
You remember when I brought it over?
No.
Because mine had the DVD and they had that art film he put in that shit. That shit was creepy as shit. You thought we swore we were about to see a snuff porn film. It was
Double hairs.
doppelganger. Oh my god, dude! So that's why it's so amazing. You know, it's
Jesus
number 2,
Christ.
but it's only because it's number. You know,
No, you got.
I'm surprised.
Travis has Marilyn Manson porn, where this hermaphrodite comes out, looks like a woman, and she pulls out a penis.
Oh yeah, on the,
Oh, yeah.
on
She
the
starts
dead,
peeing.
the dead,
She starts peeing on
yeah,
an
to the world
old
videotape.
box television.
That's Marilyn Manson. He
just
tries to shock
translated.
people. He's trying to shock people. That's what his thing was.
Somebody in the middle of transition.
That was his shtick,
Whipping out
as
their
they say.
dick, taking a piss.
That's his thing. Is it's
Weird.
his shtick, as the kids say. All right, Jared.
That's so weird. All right, so my number 2 is "Smells Like Children."
But that's in your.
That's crazy. You got that
Collection
high,
here.
but it's
It's
really
so,
experimental.
It's so
weird.
high because I'm a massive fan of that old druggy Marilyn Manson sound. The just we're on drugs and we're doing crazy fucking shit. This was back when you still had Daisy Berkowitz real heavy. Daisy Berkowitz, favorite guitarist from
He was.
Marilyn Manson.
He was.
Rest
He really
in
was.
peace. The dude was psychedelic as a motherfucker.
Twiggy. Yeah.
Twiggy playing bass and shit.
Yeah, that's when it was
Badass.
right. Everything was just right in that band. I mean, God, John 5, yeah, he's a fucking
Yeah,
amazing
John
guitarist.
Five's badass.
But yeah, he
But
he didn't have the style. That
There was a certain sound of these early Marilyn Manson albums that you're never gonna hear.
That
again.
rawness, because they were very raw.
Raw as
still.
a motherfucker, psychedelic,
I mean,
druggy.
Like I said, when they used to fucking play, half the band didn't have instruments. They just sat on stage playing with toys. I mean, goddamn, these guys were fucking kids.
Yeah, back when they just did before Sarah Lee Lucas. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. They were just teenagers.
Smells Like Children. Yeah, it's not technically an album; it's an EP. But the remixes are so good. It has my favorite version of Dope Hat, the real slow fucking version at the beginning of the album with the they peek into the hole. I struggle for control. Like that one is so good and so demented.
He just always has had a David Bowie kind of delivery.
He kind of has, and that's what we're about to be getting into. That's what we're about to be getting into. But yeah, it's got some of my favorite shit on there. Rock and Roll Black Man, Put a Spell on You, Sweet Dreams, and then just the weird randomness in between with the chipmunk.
You'd call them remakes, but they're not even remakes. They're almost like completely different songs.
The Tony Wiggins version of Cake and Sodomy being all country.
Oh yeah, Cake and
Walk, trash, get down.
I remember so many times we riding in the car and listening to that shit. People blaring people outside the cars, looking at us like we're fucking weird.
Such a wild ride of a.
Fuck Frankie.
Yeah, fuck Frankie. Oh, fuck. Frankie. Say fuck Frankie.
People is looking at us like we're fucking weird. Like we're listening to a hardcore porno in our car.
Right. Say fuck Frankie. Fuck. Oh, fuck
Stop.
Frankie.
Dude.
So goddamn funny.
No. And the reactions people gave us when we were playing that shit in the car and they're walking by, it was priceless.
But man, phenomenal weirdness, man. Phenomenal weirdness. Love the shit out of that. So what is your number one?
I already know it's the same as yours.
Portrait
American Family.
Portrait.
Really the fucking Spooky Kids, but they're one and the same.
Portrait was my number two.
For us, because every song is to me, it's a banger. Every song, it's fucking amazing. Because it is literally the embodiment of teenage rage, angst, fuck society kind of shit that I'm gonna shock the world. Every fucking song has so much hidden meaning, like Lunchbox. I mean, he literally talked about beating the shit out of a kid with his lunchbox. You're gonna get my steel. He's gonna beat the kid to death.
Motherfucker's gonna get my medal.
Yeah, I mean, it's fucking so angry.
I wanna grow up.
Oh, and the starting track. I mean, come on, it's fucking the Willy Wonka thing.
Yeah.
And it's so terrifyingly dark. It's amazing. I can't watch the original. I can't watch
the danger must be growing.
It ruins I wouldn't say ruins it, but it changes Willy Wonka, the original Gene Shatner version, when you watch it. Because
Gene Wilder, sorry. Yeah. Gene Wilder version. That says Shatner.
Jesus Christ.
Shatner.
Yeah. Now when I see that, I picture Marilyn Manson's version. And it's so dark. That is a dark scene in that movie anyway. So yeah. You're like, oh my god, this whole
movie's dark. The original at least.
Dope Hat, Wrapped in Plastic, Snake Eyes, Dogma. I mean, it is My Monkey.
My Monkey.
Oh my god.
Charles Manson track.
Dude, it is a fucking banger. It's just one, because it's technically Spooky Kids, but it's kind of.
I mean, yeah, it's just Spooky Kids, but he just dropped the name. He just dropped
Spooky Kids. Because they weren't even a real full band.
Because it was Marilyn Manson and the Spooky Kids. Yeah. They dropped Spooky Kids because that's too fucking much to damn be saying.
Because when they started, they were teenagers. They played in like community centers, and half the band didn't have instruments. They were playing on stage with toy soldiers on stage.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Strippers up in there dancing in the cages.
And eventually, they just consolidated, so it became one band. It started as Spooky Kids. It was his starting thing, but it really wasn't a full-fledged band until they all started playing instruments. It's his first album, and it's so fucking good.
So fucking good.
Which is strange that he doesn't feel that way.
And the shit that he says on there is so topical with the 1994 pissed off teenager with
Who lives in fucking like Florida.
I mean, but like lines like "good is nothing that you favor, evil is your sour flavor."
Or hell,
you cannot
turning
sedate
housewives into whores.
all the things you hate. Fucking love that
You know,
shit.
You're turning
Fuck.
housewives into whores. I mean, it's Snake Eyes wrapped in plastic.
Snake Eyes and Sissies. Wrapped in Plastic is a Twin Peaks reference with Laura Palmer being wrapped in plastic.
I mean,
at the first episode of Twin Peaks.
To me, it's always gonna be his best album.
Cyclops woman got one eye in a hill.
I can listen to that album all the fucking time.
All the time.
And especially if you have the original with all the artwork, because his artwork was insane in that album. He did such a great job. It was, to me, it was his Open Magnus. It was the best he was ever gonna be, because one, like I said, he had this youthfulness in there. So you had this kid who was still a teenager with this voice.
Yeah.
That sounded fucking ragged to begin with.
A lot of shit to damn say. And yeah, whenever they would play in front of ARs and stuff, they hated him. They were like, the band's good, but you fucking suck.
Yeah,
like, that was at his time when he would
teen.
sing through a megaphone and shit too.
I mean, he's a scrawny, white, Jewish-looking kid on stage wearing practically nothing. The rest of the band was unique looking, but he was just a scrawny-looking thing. And he was so bigger than the rest of the band.
But like I said before, this album has a psychedelic feel to it that is so prominent in Daisy Berkowitz's guitar, Marilyn Manson's young, pissed off voice. Like, he's got everything to be mad about right here. He's got everything to be pissed off about. It's one of those things, they always say that when you make your first album, you make your first album as if you're not going to make another one ever again.
Yeah, and that could have been his only album.
Yeah,
that
it could have been the only Marilyn Manson album. So they put so much energy into that shit that, is in many ways is missing. Like I've said, it may not be his dopest album. It may not be his best album, lyrically or musically, but for my preferences, it's my favorite. Because I'll easily say lyrically, Antichrist, Hollywood, Mechanical Animals, some of the best lyrics he's ever written.
Technically.
Musically, like, those three albums are really fucking good
they
too.
Are his best. This one stands out
just
on its own.
The drugginess, just how drugged out the fucking, like, it feels like when you listen
to it, you're fucking high.
Yeah, when you listen to Portion of American Family, you feel like you have been on a bender, man. You feel like you're driving on a desolate highway.
Listen to it,
wasted out of your fucking mind.
Just an insane person
like
babbling.
You might have done some fucked up shit and you're running away from it, or you're maybe driving to go do some fucked up shit. Yeah. Who knows?
It's playing Grand Theft Auto. It's playing Grand Theft Auto. That's what it is.
Listen to it. It's like, this guy's insane, and you hear, because other albums, it's very coherent, he's got something to say, but this one, he sounds fucking insane, but you understand what he's saying, because you feel the same way, and
driving down the
talks
road,
to you.
Listening to Dolly Parton, and you hear, I am the god of fuck.
Yeah, I am.
I mean, come on.
And you're just like,
cake
I'm
and sodomy. Jesus Christ, dude. Cake and sodomy. White trash, get down on your knees.
White trash, get down on your knees. Sodomy. I love that shit, man. But, so now that we've made our list, there's one quick thing I want to talk about real quick. Let's talk about cover songs and his evolution, where he might be going now, which has me hyped.
I would hope more Southern.
It's a huge possibility.
I hope more.
So,
beat Southern kind of sound.
Here recently, he's just released 2 cover songs. One is a little older, that was done with Tyler Bates, is that God's Gonna Cut 'Em Down. And I dug the shit out of that.
I did not give a shit.
I dug the hell out of that one. Marilyn Manson and the country twang, I love it.
I mean, his voice fits that, because,
naturally,
he's naturally getting a more ragged voice. So, I mean, like, think Johnny Cash. As he got older, his voice got more ragged, and his music actually sounded darker because of it.
Yeah.
So I mean, it does work that you think that Marilyn Manson should go with more of a bluesy,
Real southern kind of vibe.
soul country sound, and I think it would work good because again, Pale Emperor was such a good album,
and you get hints of that with the Four Rusted Horses off of
Exactly.
High and Low,
and it's a natural evolution that Marilyn Manson, the band itself is never going to sound like the original band. The fucking Spooky Kids, Antichrist, Hollywood. You're never going to hear that trilogy ever again. But that's understandable because one, he's grown. He physically can't do it.
Playing with those same guys.
Those guys, they've gone to Rob Zombie.
Yeah,
and
most of those
Rob
guys
Zombie's
are
sounding
Zombie.
amazing. Rob Zombie's sounding amazing now with John 5 and fucking Ginger.
Yeah.
It all sounds good. But he can't physically. He can't do that anymore because one, his voice is no longer going to sound like that young person that he used to be.
Yeah.
Not drugs, alcohol, but mainly just he sings for.
Speaking
That's his
old.
hobby. That's what he does for a lifetime. So his voice naturally going to be fucking. His vocal cords are fucked up from singing and screaming because he did a lot of screaming when he was younger. His vocal cords are going to sound more ragged, but play to your strengths. Well, you sounded good in doing Pale Emperor, fucking Four Rusted Horsemen. Play to that strength. Go with that. Go with that cool Southern Creole kind of fucking dark fucking vibe to it, and I think he'd be perfect. It'd be amazing evolution of his sound. Because again, we all know we're never going to get the old Marilyn Manson. That's fine. Just like how we know we'll never get new System of a Down. We might get released songs that were never released, but that's not new System. That's old System. We'll never get something new.
It'll be new to us, but it's not new to them.
It's new, but it's we're not going to get that, but that's a good thing. Because sometimes we'd hate to get something new that we're expecting it to be, and it ruins what we loved. Go with something new. Try it. Fails. Try something new. Because unless he had the whole band and they all can play and do what they did before, don't try. Don't do it just for the sake of doing it. Do it because you really want to do it. We don't need old stuff because we've already been shocked as much as we can. Show us your soul. Give us what you got.
Definitely. To me, it's because he's got. It might be coming out this year. A new album in the works. And the reason I'm hyped for it.
He said that like 2 years ago, and it hasn't come out yet.
Well, it did. I mean, we just waited for like 6, 7, 8 more months.
God.
Well, System did the same
It's gonna be my hardest thing I ever put out.
Some of the biggest bands we love.
Every album.
Well, he hasn't said shit about this album. The thing is like I said, him and Tyler Bates put out that cover of God's Gonna Put Him Down. Well, the reason I'm hyped for his new album is because he's working with Shooter Jennings, the alt-country artist, Shooter Jennings. And it was about almost 4 years ago, they did that cover of David Bowie's Cat People that was amazing. It was phenomenal.
And hell, the whole fact that they brought up this list says that he's something relevant in the works.
Is that the one with the Donald Trump thing in it?
No. That was during the Heaven Upside Down shit.
I said,
This is the one that had that pixelated video game looking music video.
He's not like that. He's not.
He's singing like David Bowie on there.
No.
He sings about life things. He doesn't do political. That's what I like about Manson. He's not political like that at all.
But I'm hyped because he's working with Shooter Jennings and
that should be good.
They did that song together, but like I mentioned, I really dug his cover of God's Gonna Cut Him Down. They just released a collaboration between him and Shooter, the cover of The End by The Doors. And that was the one.
I heard that and I didn't like it. No.
When I first listened to it, I was like, oh man, this is fucking cool.
No.
Zach! Dude, his version of The End is cool.
I guess you didn't really.
Then I listened to it again, and I'm like, I'm not liking it as much as I did a little while ago.
Yeah, you sent it to me, and the first thing I hear is, "This is the worst cover of The End I have ever fucking heard." This just makes me want to hear The Doors.
With his way he did it, he should have did Stranger People.
Terrible.
I think if he does,
he does Whiskey Bar live all the time. Oh,
It's terrible.
To the next Whiskey Bar.
it's like I think he's practicing trying to get that sound down, that really fucking that bluesy
He
country
will
sound.
never.
Well, no one's ever gonna be the Doors ever again.
No, they're gonna be the Doors.
Jesus, goddamn, Jim Morrison is the
Yeah.
He's there's a few artists in this world that are very unique with their voice, their vocal styles, and everything. Jim Morrison, I mean,
But God damn it, that Green Day dude.
Jesus,
That dude that
that's
ripped
fucking
off Green
crazy.
Day is like,
I swear to
wow.
God, he sounds identical to this guy.
It
Because
does.
I know people can sound like other people,
Jesus Christ.
but to sing like other people, that's a whole different
Wow.
level of impersonation.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
amazing. Dude, if you told me that's him just pretending that he's another person, I would absolutely believe it.
Yeah.
We really need to see this guy sing in person, like on a video, proving that, I'm not fucking Billy Joel.
I saw
I
it.
can do
I
this.
saw it. I sent it to Travis and he didn't watch
I
it.
haven't watched it.
He didn't watch
We
it.
wouldn't
but
believe
that's-
This is a conversation I really want to get into on the next video, but I'm totally hyped for the next Marilyn Manson album. And I really hope you guys enjoyed our ranking and our random bullshit.
And
But we're gonna come back with we're gonna do some Green Day shit coming up. Green Day's got a new album, and
we're not the new stuff. It's
spoiler, I like the song. They hate
okay.
it.
I
Yeah,
don't know why
I'm
you
with
do.
Travis. All right, this is what's weird. I'm with Travis. I like it, but I'm with Zach. Like that is not Green Day. That is wrong. It's not
The new
Green-
bullshit fake band sounds better.
It's weird. He's right.
God damn
This
it.
is. I agree.
And I
with both of
love
them.
Green Day.
Okay,
That's my
I like
band.
it for if you
And
separate
it-
from who
oh
this is
my
supposed
God.
to be. If this is like, if you said it's any other band, I agree with Travis. Like, this is kind of cool because we've grown in the way we like music, and yes, this is kind of it's kind of this poppy, kind of cool little fucking, whatever kind of hip hop kind of shit, whatever music style, whatever you want to call it. I can't think right now. I'm drunk. But I'm with Zach. It's like that's not fucking Green Day. It does not sound like him. It doesn't even sound like him. But it really sounds like
vocal filters on that shit.
and like you brought up,
Yeah.
Travis brought up that this is their last album on their contract. This is literally them just phoning it the fucking in so they can get out of the fucking
Yeah,
contract.
apparently the album
is like-
only.
I don't know, but these guys don't know about video games, but there's a lot of video game companies that do that shit a lot. Or like, wink, wink. We're just gonna phone this last fucking game in until our contract's fucking over. I'm pretty sure the people watch this shit know who I'm talking about. I'm not gonna say names because we don't want to fucking get fucking lawsuits and shit against us talking about different companies. But it's just them phoning in like, whatever. We're gonna make a garbage fucking album so they'll leave us the fuck alone so we can do it. And I'm with Travis saying that that other band that sounds like them is actually their band. That once it's over, they're like, hey, this is us. Yeah, we did this shit. Okay, this is the
We
new band.
paid these guys to say this. We're gonna get into all of this very soon, and we'll see you guys in a minute. I need a cigarette. And I gotta
Cheers.
pee.